team in the 16th and 17th place, so this is currently the cutoff. I mean, the survival time, I don't like using this word very often. That's abysmal.
It's bad.
This is bad. You're below 15 minutes. You're possibly going to go home very early on. So this is not great. Again, Mongols expecting to make it out. But yeah, what is chat thinking about this? Analysis of I8 and Regicide performance, fall versus spring. I mean, I8, different team. They feel like a different team against the change of IGL to Huzaifa is amazing. And I feel like Crypto can finally play his game, which is weird to say in 2025. We didn't expect it since spring.
It really is. It really is. Hopefully they can bring it back. I think the first day came as like such a shock to them, and they're trying to recreate that same kind of tempo. But then again, a lot of teams like have that second day adaptation that comes through, and maybe I8 wasn't really expecting it to be so phenomenal. Do you think PMGO lobby is easier than PMSL CSA? No, I don't. I think PMGO was a much flatter variance. I think the highs from CSA might be better.
Yeah.
But I think the overall variance of like team skill level was a lot tighter.
I would say the PMGO group stage was easier than CSA.
Yes, absolutely.
But the finals tougher than CSA. Yes, because of course it's like PMGO is global open, so it's the entry point for a lot of new players and teams that we've never seen before, like Upgrade, for example. So it puts them on the map.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. Yeah, seeing who's predicting in chat. I think one team can move out of bottom 4. Really, one team? I mean, we can look at the leaderboards again if we want, because we can do that. We have the power here on the watch party.
We have the technology.
Yes, which is YouTube Rewind. Great technology, my favorite. Here you go. We're going to go on the second page in a few seconds. There you have it. I think you said 3-1-3-7-2-1. You're not going to see too much movement, Blank. I would agree. I think 2 teams can move, really. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one because it really depends how well VP does today, how well Canina Power does today. I think they've been hanging on by a thread, right? But can Nepex, can Halalax Strong, can Mongols get ahead of them with the way they're playing? I just don't think so right now. I think Canina Power and VP are just playing a little bit better, and the oomph isn't there. I was bringing out the oomph.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Halalax Strong, also the fact that they're in bottom 4, but they got a win is crazy. That was that one George Pole Crates finish area, a little bit northeast of Crates. And they were gifted a great circle. Sure, they had good fights in there, but if your entire qualification relies on one big game, then sorry, I think that we're not going to see it from Halalax Strong. I think Nepex could jump out of it, but then who would be the team to fall? Then you got Mongols, Canina Power, Virtus Pro, Skyforce above them, Alcadzia. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think this is our bottom 4. I think it's not moving. I think it's done.
You think so? You think it's going to stay like that? I think maybe Mongols could drop, potentially. But yeah, I think you're right. It is troubling that Halal Extron, like most of their points come from one win. My cast names are Sydney, Kubo, and Dio. I have 3 of them. They're all black cats. One is large, one is really small and dumb, and then the other one just screams.
Which one is your favorite?
The really small and dumb one.
Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. That's an endearing comment, the way you said.
He's so funny. He's so funny. Yeah. He looks like, you know the Cart Titan?
Yeah. Oh, no.
He looks like that. If I can send you... Wait, let me send you a
Blank, have you seen the Attack on Titan collab? There's a Cart Titan skin, and it's...
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Yeah,
it was questionable. That. It was questionable as hell.
I was like, I want it, but would I want to look at that rear view the entire time as I'm driving? Probably not.
No.
That is when I don't want third-person perspective. It's not good to have it there.
Turn it off.
No, please stop cursing in a circle. Esport Maniac, make me. We're good. No.
I need to find the Cart Titan photo.
Yeah. What's the difference between...
Take me a while.
So I'm just catching up on the chat real quick. Yesterday was crazy. Today, page 1 teams are guaranteed qualified. Maybe chaos and experimentations will be expected from top teams. Yeah, we talked about it, right? Limit testing. I think, Blank, you were going like maybe trying different rotates and stuff. Just different variations of their current playstyle. But I think they'll try different things just to adapt. Actually, that's the second question. We saw already people saying who they think is going to be at the bottom of the leaderboards. Who's going to be the champions of the group stage? Who's going to be number 1? That's the pick.
Yeah, who is going to be? I'll find out after this game. There's going to be a ton of scrolling otherwise, unfortunately.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, I think number one team is kind of it's a difficult one to predict right now because Inner Circle can definitely make it happen. I think APG can absolutely make it happen. Are you predicting to win it all once this group stage is finished? So for group stage, or are we talking about finals?
Group
Dark
stage.
side.
Right. Oh, Dark Side. Sorry, for mine.
Yeah.
To win it all, I would say that's finals he's talking about.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Tough one. I think it's really hard because look, if we look at this, right? If we look at this, it's actually really hard to say because Inner Circle, they've had some ups, they've had some downs. Brute Force, they're consistently getting kind of good games. But I don't think we've seen anything like insane out of that team. I8 had day one, an incredible day one, terrible day two. APG had a terrible day one, incredible day two. It's like it's so hard to predict any of these teams because they're also like all over the place right now.
It is. And you look at currently the point disparity was that 10-point difference almost between Inner Circle and Horror. Like that's a 9-point difference actually, so even closer. So any of these teams I would say on this first page could make it, except maybe like Dagestan at the bottom currently. Yeah, but I'm not sure on the prediction to who can make it.
Yeah. Would you include Regicide, Goat, Mad Bulls, and Arcred in like the factor to maybe win it all?
For the group stage, yes. For like the whole tournament, no, I would not. For this one, but I think Inner Circle stay up there. I think they remain number one. I think they've got a consistent play style. I think that now they're in the zone, and they're fine. Actually, I saw some of the players were at the MENA venue. I think I saw some clips today. So do anyone have the information on does anyone know if they're going to be playing in the venue today, or is it from their hotel room? Because I have seen clips of them in the venue. I just don't know. Was that tomorrow? No idea.
I just don't know, guys.
I just don't know.
They could be anywhere. Who's in the arena right now?
Yeah.
Make yourself known.
But most people are saying Inner Circle, APG, Inner Circle. Yeah, okay. Horror. Actually, I was messaged by the owner of Horror today, and we had a little chat. And he asked me if I believe Horror can make it to PMGC. And I'm like, yes. If they fixed the issue that we saw yesterday, Blank, of sometimes they would split a bit too widely and they would lose players off the back of that. If they fix that, I think top 3 is in the cards for Horror. What do you think on that?
I think for top 3, definitely the money for Horror right now. I think it can happen, absolutely. I think they've got a strong squad. It was so surprising to see that Sky didn't do as well. Then again, that could sort of be blamed on jet lag. Right, he got his visa, he flew out, immediately he was playing. I can understand that. That might actually just be a physical thing. I found the photo of the Cart Titan cat, by the way.
How can we show that?
I don't know. I put it on Discord.
This is the Cart Titan of Attack on Titan. Can you put it on your camera or not? Or is that not?
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah, that would be funny to show.
Yeah, check this out, guys.
All right, I'll put it on
It's my cat, the Cart Titan. Cart Titan cat. Oh, dear me.
You smell
He's
like
funny.
a baka.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's funny. Sorry, guys. That took me a while to find, and it was really distracting for me. I apologize. I had to show Max. I had to show you guys. It was important. It was very, very important.
I could not have had a good day without that. So my day is instantly better.
It's funny because like when I say it looks like the Cart Titan, it actually looks like the Cart Titan.
It really does. It's just ready to eat you right away. We do have a stat comparison for Horror Day 1, Day 2. I'm actually going to go back because we were talking about Horror just recently. So actually they have more eliminations, lower survival time by about 3 minutes, which is quite significant. So it averages out to 7.8 the 2 days, which is interesting when you look at it. And that's with Sky playing the second day. But again, I think that survival time would be way higher if they do kind of regroup a bit faster, don't get picked off as solos. And if they do that, I think Horror top 3 definitely in the cards for the finals. I think that's the one hiccup we've seen, and they fixed it in the spring season. I think they'll do it again here. So I'm quite hopeful for literally the only chance for Nepal to qualify to PMGC is having Horror in top 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, again, I don't think Horror played badly. I think they're actually one of the only teams that went from day 1 into day 2 and had a semi-consistent performance that was at a high level. Other than that, maybe Brute Force as well. But again, Brute Force betrays me all the time, so I don't like him. What's deeper, John's vocal cords or the Mariana Trench? Mariana Trench, 100%. I'll tell you. Look, John's vocal cords are deep, but I highly recommend anyone that hasn't done their research or looked at any documentaries about the Mariana Trench do it. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it is super deep. We can't even go down there. There's actually no machinery that can make it to the bottom of the Mariana Trench currently. The technology literally does not exist.
There's only one thing that can make it to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and it's actually Doc on a rotation. It's like, how did he get there? He's away from his team. He's in the bottom of the Mariana Trench. He's just down
721.
Yeah.
You're going directly to the bottom of the lobby.
Yeah, he's going to get 1v4'd by 4 big fishes. That's it.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. But we do have a first match of the day. Look at that. We're straight into it. Sorry, guys. We took a little bit of a while to start, but we're here now. We got a lot of graphics on the screen. We got like nice little horror stats too. But this is probably one of the first fair-ish circles we've seen on Erangel. We've seen a lot there, like far over towards the east, far over towards the west, completely flat along the south side of the map. So this is kind of nice.
Oh no, Mongols? Mongols? I don't think they're hot dropping. They're doing it. They've improved, Blank. They've given up on Rozok.
No, this is not an improvement. This is not an improvement. Well, this is a horrendous split.
Their survival time will increase by 2 minutes, Blank. It's an improvement. If you look at the numbers, this is better.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now?
They're very split all over the place. Yes, I can see that. I don't know why you would decide to do that. You could do a 2-2 between Ruins and Sunken City for Mongols. And again, do keep in mind, guys, they're currently in 17th place. So I get what you mean. I'm just happy they're not fighting Mad Bulls. I think they got bullied enough at that point. So at least they've given up on that position. But why there? I don't know.
I don't know. I think the issue with Mongols is they've had absolutely no practice, realistically, here in PMSL at CSA. Every single game has sort of been going up very early. They haven't really been getting towards the end game all that much. It's been tough. It's been very, very tough. Some good shots here from Alcazia over towards Halal Ekstrom, but good shots backwards. This is over towards Severny, so a bit of a hot drop coming through nice and early. There's also 3-1-3 in the area, so this could get a little bit spicy.
I think I saw Sky get a pistol him, or at least a pistol knock onto a player. I don't know if that was actually confirmed for themselves. But yeah, actually, there's a big fight with Horror I can see on the minimap currently, and versus Arcade. Oh, wait. Are Horror gone? Are they squad? Well, my feed is a little ahead. Sorry, spoiler.
Max.
My map feed is a bit too soon, but okay. So hot drop for this one area.
Too quick.
And actually, No Fear's kind of popping off, but he does lose it. Spoiler. Sorry, guys. That's an L. And
Max.
I'll move my map feed back a little bit. Sorry.
I had to do the exact same. It's like I'm very, very far ahead there.
Yeah. I've had that a lot in my own games too, when you try and just drop onto one of those garages to get a car and leave. And the thing is, this is one of the worst garages, Blank, because if you drop it and you realize too late there's a team that's going to hot drop you there, you literally have nothing around there. Like, you can pick up a car and try and leave, but otherwise you just have to commit to the fight. And in this case, it didn't work out for Horror.
Just odd to me where, you know, Yaz is fully open right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you guys think of chat, but I do think that right now there is a ridiculous amount of times in CSA where teams will go for these hot drops even though there are spaces open on the map. I think the overall skill level is very high, but it feels like some homework is missing. Like, definitely homework's missing.
Yeah. Would you say homework missing, or is it just an ego trip thing? Like, I think that's what it is. Like, Mongols, I think that was that's what it was until they realized, oh, wait, this might actually make us be in the bottom 4 at the end of today. So,
yeah. I mean, that drop onto the garage, like, why do you need to go there? There's like 17 cars and yes, we're fine. You're chilling.
We will die for this car.
You don't need the Mercedes, okay? You don't need the Mercedes Benz, okay? We don't need that.
But I want to put my BMW skin on this car. Please let me do it. This is another fight up here also in this 3 teams actually. Got 3-1-3, you got Halal Extron, you got Akadzia. Very weird one to happen here, and Flanky Boy is going to get picked off by Madcat with the Org headshot. Yeah, I don't know. I thought like most of these hot drop situations, except for the Rozok one, was kind of resolved, Blank, but we're going back into it, it seems. It's getting worse as we get to the end, which is weird.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these hot drop situations aren't like we've seen them before. It's just like, what? It's just random. Just random. People are saying to invest in Nepec stocks. Can I get an X in chat to doubt, please?
Yeah. I don't think they're making it out. Oh, unfortunately, the animation makes him peek right behind that that balcony wall.
Rough.
That would have been such a good play from Prepod. He's parkouring all over the place. Parkour.
I mean, it's potential here. Halextron, they lose another. I mean, that's down to one player now for them.
Ooh.
I think he's just about got the res off there. 6-9 goes down, and Halextron is starting to fall apart a little bit.
Oh, Hitman's only got a clip and a half on the UMP. Got 9 bullets on the ASM Abacan. I don't know where Mad Cat is currently, but he's knocked. Okay, that's where he is.
He's
gone.
down.
he's down. He's done. And now it's going to be the 1v2 against like 2 players that are fully kitted out. That would have been a really sick headshot for Hitman. Almost connected. But yeah, his teammates up there. I don't think they're going to give him time to go for the res. No way that happens. Oh, he gave him the ammo. He gave him the... Oh, good. Give him the other weapon, but he's jumping up the stairs. 1v2 so far. Really good initial damage from Hitman.
It's like organizing his bag space.
No way.
It's working! Okay. I don't know how that happens, but that's 3 players back up in action. A 3-1-3 is coming in. They got to be very, very quick on this.
You got all 4 limbs there, Blank. You got all 4.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well played, Hitman. I mean, I love that his friend's like, take the org, take the org. He's like, no, actually, the UMP is so cool. I must use this.
I see how they play in PEL. They only play UMP. I will play it too.
Yeah, there was like a bit of thought process. Or considering whether to pick it up or not. But yeah, just gave it his all. Well played. Really, really well played to Halextron there. And they're catching up. Mongols drop down a place now. 17th. 44 points on the side of Halextron. Very, very well done to them. Getting out of this situation hard, though. Very hard. You got 3-1-3 there. It depends how much of a fight 3-1-3 puts up, right, Max?
Yeah. I mean, 3-1-3, normally I would say this is not worth it. Don't fight it. Because they're last in the leaderboards, I would say actually maybe kind of worth it. But sending it blind in the city, I would say is not worth it. I would just hold the outskirts and just wait maybe for some more information to come your way. Yeah. And then you commit to it. But no, they're committed. They want to try and go big or go home. And they're just...
Go big or boat home.
Yeah, the boatation back home. You just go back on the boat. Day 3, Alpha 7 versus Wolves. Who you got? Wolves for Americas. I'm picking the... Have you seen Coops playing in Americas a little bit, Blank, recently? Or
no, I haven't. Is he still doing well? Or is it bad?
He's doing great. Like, you got... NA without Coops is just god-awful. With Coops, the region is just... Could win PMSL Americas. Is that good?
Yeah. I do think that when I watch Coops play, it's sort of problematic because NA makes him look so much better. 3-1-3. Yeah, just down to Mad Cat now. That was a good sweep. It was a good sweep. I'm pretty sure for Halextron, they just had nothing. They had nothing to work with.
No.
They did stagnate a lot there, right?
Yeah, I mean, the fight took so long between themselves and Alcazia that I think a lot of the resources in Severny were just used up. So they didn't have a lot of meds, I think, either. They were just not able to get back to full HP.
Yeah.
And he's running. Oh, no, the name.
Finish yourself.
I'm tired of this life. Isekai me, please. I want to go to Miramar.
Finisher of his own life. Wow. Okay.
Southern shift also, so it did move away. So now you gotta end this fight eventually, please.
Brank, who will be the caster for PMSL EU?
Brank.
I think it'll be me and John, but there is a surprise edition for the first few days.
Ooh.
Ooh. I know. Mainly because I'm doing this. So.
Yes.
What was that?
What was that? Leaderboards.
It reminded me of that like flashback meme.
Akira. No. The leaderboards.
Stop.
Everyone's in circle though, except for that Severny fight. So that's good. That's a positive in this game. What a weird first game.
Akira. That's good. Yeah, I like that. It's made me laugh a lot.
I'm going to show the map feed. The potato team is on Potato Hill. It's in a circle. They're back on Potato right now. They love that place. It's their favorite place.
They do, yeah. I mean, for PMSL, CSA, it's nice. It's nice watching a lot of the rotate, especially in the early game, because I think it's like a nice mix between the aggression from NA and then like just this purposeful action from CSA as well, where you do get like some action in the early game, and then you immediately go to just normal rotations. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Nothing
I like
happens.
that.
Yeah. And that's why I talk about the fact that I kind of like recalls in Rondo, because it just makes early game fights happen, and then it makes the early game entertaining fight wise.
Yeah,
I know that is not a common opinion, very uncommon actually. But Mongols looking to leave. They're playing way more passive than they usually are, which I think is a good thing for Mongols. They need to leave that bottom 4 now because they will push down there.
Yeah, they're finding shots over towards brute force too, which is kind of nice at the moment. If they can clear them out, like they have a lot of ruins to themselves. I think the big issue is going to be 4 Yonkos. Hopeless goes down, which is very bad actually for Mongols, considering Hopeless has done the vast amount of the work for that team.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. Everyone's taking casualties here. This is a bad fight in headshot heals. Not having a good time. Who's gonna be winning EMEA PMSL? EU PMSL? I would go Regnum with Z-Wolf. How do you feel about Z-Wolf actually joining that team?
Yeah, I think we talked about it before. It's just
we did actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think Z-Wolf's it's a good pickup. It's another ego pick though. I do wonder. I wonder if like it's going to be a problem for them where ego gets the better of him, because he's now fitting into like a roster of kings, right?
That's true.
You know, and I think he was almost the emperor of his next career, right? So now he's like been demoted back down to prince. Got to work his way back up again. So I think it's a little bit difficult. I think he needs to take the lead from the team. But if he can do that, I genuinely think he'll do very, very well.
I think so. I feel bad for Tospic, but I think this is the strongest team you could have for Regnum Kara. Circle, this is a straight up potato circle. Going over to Inner Circle, we got Nepex up there. Who said to invest in Nepex stocks?
Yeah, actually,
that was a good time to invest.
Maybe I should have pressed X on that. Who was saying that?
Too late. Now it's going to 10x, and when you start investing, it's going to go down 20%.
I know. Raise your hand, Nepex stock investor.
Who invested early?
APG, it actually could be pretty decent.
Yeah, APG's got a good position east of Pachinki Fields, so that's a pretty good entry point there. You can shield. I don't expect anyone to breach them currently. Apartments is open, school is open, so like this is not game over for 313 Mad Bulls, Mongols. They can still find an entry point. But next circle, you're going to have a lot of these compounds just taken out blank, so everyone's going to be pushing on each other. Next circle is going to be hectic, I think.
It's such a nice spot from APG there. It's like there's a compound. It looks like a lot of field. There's a little compound there right on the eastern side of that field. Super great for like carving out a massive amount of space on the western side for yourself before you move in. And the big thing about that is you can clear a lot of that 180 on your west side. So you're super free and chilling for a long time in the game. Yeah. Especially if the circle comes over towards you, you're even happier. So I think for APG, it's a very good pickup. But Inner Circle, I'm not always the biggest fan of this position. A lot of times it can be easily like rocked up over towards. And it kind of reminds me of yesterday when I remember I predicted Inner Circle and Erangel when they were playing that plateau, and you were saying,
yes,
I worry about what's going to happen when they all send over. And I was totally wrong. So yeah, this kind of worries me, maybe the same kind of situation where they're playing in a very aggressive spot, but can they hold that spot?
I mean, this is actually better for them because sure, the same situation can happen as what happened yesterday on that game you're talking about. But here they have Nepex, and the only way you defend Potato Hill when your center circle work together. Nepex, Inner Circle, if they fight each other, they're just opening the floodgates for other teams to third party and take that position away. Inner Circle and Nepex need to work together. I kind of like this.
What is this?
Have I seen the map from this far? This is cool.
Yeah, that's definitely new. I've never seen that before. That's the first time for me. That is pretty sweet. I like it being able to see the circle as well.
Yo,
on top of everything. Who's doing that?
Who's doing this? Whose idea was this? Give him a promotion right now. Give him more money. I like this.
Unban that guy.
Bring him back. Unban him. Guys, did you guys like that actually? I want that for PMGC. Genuinely,
yeah,
I think that's cool.
Sick.
You show like the team logos and you're done.
I think if you were able to fully highlight hotspots of where like high ground is and stuff, that'd be cool. Max.
It is not me. It is not. The stream is still running.
Who did that?
Who did that? Who made us?
It was the same guy who showed the map from up on high.
It took too much power on the computer. We can't show the entire thing. We lost the frames.
They called in a satellite to show us that image. It was very expensive. We lost frames.
The servers are melting. Please help. Temo gets that nice elimination on Potato. So Brute Force are going to be sandwiched in between Inner Circle and Nepex. I'm going to message about this, guys. Give me a second.
I will continue to have some commentary about this in the meantime. Nepex, the market's closed. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have invested earlier. They have lost a player, though. Tema's up close. And I think he was able to find one of them. So a little bit of an oversight from them. Yeah, we're having stuttering right now. It's not you. It's us. I could blame it on you guys, but that would be so mean.
Guys, get like better internet.
Maybe like gaslight chat into thinking it's their internet.
No, I just sent a message to production guys, so they're looking into it. Oh, the nade bounce. Dodges. Nepex barely.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't invest in Nepex.
The stock market will be fine.
Stock market is plummeting.
Yeah, sorry guys for the little stuttering. It should be back soon, hopefully. Again, production is looking into it. We're fine. Definitely cursed OG 6 points in. Oh, really? Sorry, Danny. My bad. I apologize. You know what? How about the map feed's functional? There's just, guys, look at the map feed. Isn't this a cool map feed?
Have a look at this.
This is a perfect Potato Hill finish here, Blank. This is as center as you could ask for it to be.
It is, but Nepex is massively struggling to hold on to that high ground position. And to be fair, Inner Circle isn't really helping at all. So, you know, they've just left them out in the cold. APG, good spot on the western side.
I mean, you got these three central teams in a circle: Brute Force, Nepex, King of the Castle, King of the Castle. In the center, not moving too much. All the edge teams looking to take it away. Not sure when that's going to be happening.
Production team saying, fix your internet.
Hey, the stream. Hey, if you look at me and Blank, we perfectly smooth, okay? Like, move really fast, Blank. You'll see. Whoa, 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 whoa. See?
Look,
no stuttering. We're fine. See? It's not my fault. Please. I don't want to... okay, this is actually a good breach. They're using that bridge for regicide.
We're getting DDoSed.
Who's attacking our servers, guys? Stop this.
It's Nepex.
That's right. Insider trading from Nepex.
It's sort of hard to see what's going on because of the loading screen of Doom. But right now, Skyforce is trying to hold out regicide. Well, your typical position, that's your number one. Well, we'll keep it track today.
I'm surprised they didn't just take the hovercraft and crash it in the building. I think they could have used it, but they just stopped. And the thing is with this ridge, it's good early on, but then you got to go over the ridge because it's such a nadeable spot. Even Molotovs can be actually quite impactful, but like the nades are just so easy to hit for Skyforce. They're just struggling a bit because of these smokes. Back in the hovercraft, I think he's trying to avoid nade damage, which is going to be allowing him to heal. Actually, also hovercrafts are really good, Blank. You just get in there, you heal up, you don't take any nade damage whatsoever. And it works out, and because of that, they're able to close that gap. They make it inside, might go for the Godless Res here. But Skyforce are going to struggle, I think, here. Ooh, nice spray. O'Reilly, that's a really good re-engage right around the corner. Now it's down to a solo for Regicide. I think it might just be GG game over.
I felt like he should have maybe held the nade there, but it works out regardless. Good job from Skyforce holding that position. I think he might have been right just to plow the hovercraft directly into this and just overwhelm them with numbers. I think that's sort of an oversight from them with the game state as well, Max, where you're getting to the point where in this game, there's not a lot of players around this area. This is going to be fairly isolated. You don't need that many smokes because the off angles just aren't going to be there yet.
Yeah.
So you just plow in. So I think they played the fight way too slow. Skyforce should have gone down there, but they get away with it because of the indecision.
That's true. I did not curse the production team, guys, in chat. Stop it. It seems like it's resolved, but we're going to do a prediction now. It is Circle 5, going into Circle 6 very soon. You still have 9 teams, quite a lot for this one, but guys, put your prediction in the chat. Blank, who do you have? What do you have? Who are you picking?
It's a tough one. Maybe APG, honestly. I might go APG.
Ooh, okay.
I think Inner Circle's got a great spot. They have good transition. They should be able to clear out on the northwest side, but I'm going to trust an APG this game.
I like the APG one. I'm going to go Mad Balls for this game. Even though they lost a player, I think their entry point could be really good. Behind Nepex, you got some plateaus that are really good to use. So I'm going Mad Balls on this one. But chat, tell us. APG is locked in, says Quaz. Okay. I mean, a lot of APG picks actually for this one. So I think everyone is aligning with you, Blank. And I mean, it's APG. And currently they have a really good approach onto Inner Circle. This is a good push-up.
There's a really good push-up. And again, it's sort of Inner Circle being a little bit passive. And we've seen that a couple times. But that is a nasty nade from IQ. And because it's docked down, does this mean APG falls apart? I will be very impressed if APG is able to bring this back. And they do have an initial nade from Reefers. Another goes long. It's almost on target. But that will give them time to get people back up the position. Nepex also can't really help because Tema is currently locking them down. Goodness me, how does this happen? Reefus again, DBS in hand, pulls out the AUG to try and get it done. And T24 struggling on the side, both dropping to the deck at the same time. And APG fighting for their lives here.
I'm just pinging production again. Okay. It's too good. Reefus is too good, guys. That's why he's overloading all the servers. He was trying his best to work it out, but Inner Circle will get overwhelmed in the end, will not be able to survive it. APG should be able to pull on a full reset, and Goat just snatching away this ridge out of the hands of Inner Circle as they go down themselves. So APG looking for the full reset. They should be able to get it without too big of an issue. And Goat here just looking to move their way out of that one. I'm going to show the map feed for a sec. I'm going to try something, maybe to help out.
Oh, smart. So smart.
Okay. There you go. I put the quality down. We'll see if it works. And if it works, then W. If not, then we'll try and work on it.
Skyforce, they were able to wrap their way in. Nepek's still living, but that nade's pretty on target. Won't quite finish off the two players. But yeah, APG, what a fight from them. I think that the big thing there for me is that Doc went down and the team didn't crumble, right? They didn't fall apart after that moment. I think that's a really promising sign that Doc can go down. The rest of the team is just trusting themselves. Reefus has had a massive step up from APG. So impressive. Lovely stuff.
Just realized we have a mouse on the screen. It's not a PC game, guys. It's a mobile game, I swear. What's happening? Goat looking to move up. I think they're just good. Yeah, you have to send on APG. You have so many teams on the East. Look at that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in like, what, 100 square meters there to the East. They are super on top of each other. Going to have a lot of third parties breaking out very soon. Nepex are going to get overwhelmed. That's going to be Rex, the MVP contender, out of the picture instantly. Now Skyforce, I think Skyforce and Mad Balls have the best opportunity here because they're pushing from the edges into the circle itself, meaning they are at a very low chance of getting third-partied. So the central teams like 313, Nepex, and Brute Force, Blank, I would say, are the ones that are currently in the hot seat and are going to struggle.
Oh, I think APG might be going down here. Goat as well as 313 able to find some shots. I think Reefer was trying to get it. Reefus was trying to get a high ground angle and then just stepped into the sidelines of 313. Kind of sad there. And now it's just one player alive and top. Goat's kind of hesitant to head up here because they know that there's still a third party involved, but eventually they should just pull the trigger on this. But for APG, good try. Good try. I like that wrap from them. Goats, though, they have been phenomenal when it comes to like taking these little opportunities here and there where it makes sense. And they get 8 eliminations on this game. APG only able to find 1 despite all of the action.
Yeah, definitely quite unfortunate with that. I don't even think they got any placement points, at least not many, because we're just making into the top 6, now top 5. So now this is the point where you're going to start getting significant placement points. Goat have, as you said, very opportunistic, and here they have this big Western control to the west. Western control to the west makes sense. Okay, cool. But yeah, Killer Joe, I think they should be able to get that res. He seems in a pretty safe spot behind that ridge. And now 5 teams. You've got Brute Force, Goat, Mad Balls, Skyforce, 313. So quite CIS heavy, actually, when you look at it. 1 Mongolian team, 1 Pakistani team at the bottom. But 313, I think, just hoping to get a few placement points, which, when you have a lobby this stacked at the end, I think it's going to be quite hard for him to make it far in the game, though he does get Circle 7, so he can still make it quite far.
I mean, for Brute Force, honestly, this has been like a critical factor in them getting far up in the lobbies at the moment. It's just consistently staying alive, right? Which is nice. Skyforce helped APG. Yeah, a little bit. They tried to. I think that there was some assistance in that. It wouldn't have gone as well. They weren't there, but still, all things said, I think it was a nice wrap to get round. But Skyforce is absolutely cooking in the circle at the moment. 9 to elims right now, and I think it's 3 on each of their players.
I think it was at one point. Or they're just looking at the molly onto Tenor, able to get himself the med key, makes it out of the building just in the nick of time. Yeah, this is looking like a GOAT win. Just everything is coming their way. All the other teams are going to fight each other. Skyforce, maybe if they were to keep every one of their remaining players alive, then maybe they could have a chance to win it and take a 3v4 fight versus GOAT. But again, look, you got solos that could just take a play away in a snap of a finger. It could fall apart so quickly. And Meta still able to just survive in that shed. He's dodging all that utility blank. I don't know how he does it, but he's doing it. It's working out.
I think that honestly right now is a slight misplay coming through from Skyforce, where I personally would wait a little bit longer for the circle to pull in and then just try and search for util as well as some boxes, because for Go, yeah, you want to hold the angles away from them, but these elims, these knocks aren't really going to have too much effect up until like the next 30 seconds or so. But yeah, I'm hopeful for Skyforce here. It's been a good game so far.
I'm scared because of Vic's angle of GOAT. Did you see just on the roof of that shed?
Yeah.
That's going to be... It's still in circle 2, I believe, just barely, but can still use it and leverage that position to their advantage a little bit. Kani's got... These jump scares keep... We're really getting in their faces. We're experimenting.
Every time. Trying new things. We've got the 3D model. We've got the satellite that's destroying the servers. We've got jump scares. We've got the leaderboard flashbacks.
It's all over.
Something weird's going on.
We're trying things out. I like it. Oh, going right towards Lemon. Yeah, cook that net. Did he hear the pin? I don't think Icy heard it. Right with the ASM Abercan. Yeah, go for the shotgun. Nice, gets the knock. Play it slow. Flush if you can. Might get stolen away. Might get the double. Unfortunately, he's just going to get pushed over that ridge. Riley gets it. And I think the Alien was stolen away by Killer Joe, actually. So that is not going to go in favor of Mad Balls. Down to now 3 last teams. A solo of 3-1-3 that I think might not be spotted until the end. Everyone is just looking right over him. He is going to be taking damage and will be taken out. Now down to Skyforce duo and a full squad of GOAT. The 4v2 is happening. And with the circle control, I think it's done. I think it's game over.
Not terrible for 3-1-3 though. Towards the bottom of the lobby, that will be some points at least added to their tally. I think it's always really hard to go up against GOAT, because when you see them in these endgames, they have 4 players, they absolutely take control of the lobby. Good initial pick, but Vic's immediately on the case. That will be GOAT taking the first chicken dinner of the day. Really well done. But yeah, they absolutely dominate in those final game circles, and that might be GOAT on top now.
It might be. Actually, they were very close. I think we might have a big change in the leaderboards after that. Nice with the FAMAS at the end. Really good try, but I think stayed up for a little bit too long, so he made himself very visible to the entirety of GOAT. So still good attempt. 4 limbs for Twix. Rana getting 2, Vic getting 3, and then also 4 for the side of Killer Joe. That was our fake MVP of day 1, but with numbers like that, he could definitely keep it going. We'll see. How are you guys feeling for a delay stream GOAT win? Is there a delay? Yeah, there might be a little bit because of the issues. I'll try again messaging and seeing if we can resolve it. But was the quality okay with everyone? Please tell us, just so we can hopefully work on it and making it better. Fun first game. And as we kind of expected, even though Short in a circle could have worked with Nepex Blank, you just got too many teams. What was it, like 10 teams pushing all around you, just tightening the knot around that entire position of Potato Hill. You're going to struggle eventually, and when that happens, teams are going to just fully commit and push on you.
Yeah, I think that overall it was a tough game. Very, very tough game for Nepex, where they were trying to control a lot of space. Inner Circle wasn't really being too helpful. I think the biggest thing for Inner Circle that game was just that passive nature. We keep seeing, like, the rotations are really nice.
Yep.
When they're controlling those endgame circles, if they're there, they really do very well. But I think they're so hesitant to go for anything a little bit aggressive, where in that moment, they had to. I think they had to start taking space over towards the high ground. Otherwise, they get wrapped on by APG, which is exactly what happened. Even yesterday, they just didn't take the opportunity to start sweeping when they knew it was most likely a lot of solos and duos. And in the end, they get taken out because of it. By GOAT, no less, as well, yesterday on Miramar. So,
oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so I think for IC, Inner Circle generally very good gameplay, but just not confident enough in themselves.
Yeah, I think maybe when you do find that knock onto Doc, you go for a big commit. But I say that, then Reefus got the knock and it just slowed down the entire push of Inner Circle because they did lose IQ in the process. So, yeah, it's just really strong teams fighting each other. And eventually, in those kind of situations, one team has to fall. And in that situation, it just happened to be Inner Circle. I think, again, this is a very competitive lobby. You are going to struggle. So I'm not too shocked by it. Though, we still have some Orangles. Please, let's stop the hot drops. Like, that's one thing that is just... I don't understand on a fundamental level why it keeps happening. So hopefully they can try and fix it up. And what's up, Dick Sullivan, Green, Emery, Sehan. What's up, Pepperport? Welcome everyone to the show. Kute, how are you guys doing? As the MVP of the game is Killer Joe. Well played.
Of course it is. I mean, there's a lot of players on Go as well that I haven't heard from in a long, long time or at all. So the fact that they're playing this level is very, very impressive to me. I don't really know how you do this so instantaneously. It's very nice to see like rising stars on a team like this.
It is. But Riley, the old Star Wars player, able to get himself 6 eliminations. It is the same Riley, guys. I'm not spewing misinformation, right? I'm pretty sure it's the same Riley because he had another name at one point too. Like he changed the names a lot, but I think it's the same. From Mongolia, so definitely makes it a little bit easier as the match rankings are here. 23 points for GOAT. Still kind of top heavy, but at least you don't have anyone getting 0 points, which is nice. But if you don't have any teams with 0 points, that means the new 0 point is 1 point, and you have a lot of those. In Aura, in particular, that sucks. That hot drop was very unfortunate.
It was rough. I mean, Mongols get 5 elims, Halal Extron get 5 as well. 313 got 11 off that match, which is really big for 313 considering they were at the bottom of the tables. Melissa Klein, how you doing? What are we looking at here? IC was ready to take the fight with Go, but at the same time, APG stabbed them in the back, even before Skyforce.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and I think, but that's the key thing that you're saying is that Inner Circle was ready to take the fight. Ooh. That's how they feel a lot of times, is they're always ready to take fights, but they never actually take them. I want to see a little bit more of that from them.
You see
Go jumped 6 places. Up to first place. Yeah, nuts. Absolutely nuts.
So many red arrows here on this page, it seems. Okay, yeah, Regicide, Horror, APG, I8, Inner Circle, all going down. Go, really good game. And again, not much moving. Like, sure, 313 overtakes 721, but is that really going to help them? No, they need like, what, a 10-point game now, which is doable, even without a win. But 313 need to keep that ascent going if they want to make it out of the bottom 4. Because again, guys, after today's 6 matches, we don't have 7 matches, we have 6. It's a little bit shorter than our first 2 days of group stage. Top 16 go to finals, bottom 4 go back home. Sent back from Abu Dhabi to wherever they come from. And
damn.
Yeah.
In a boat.
They're boating back home after this.
Ship them off like Dio. We don't actually do that. They get on flights.
Yeah, good flights.
They're treated well.
Yeah. They can watch a movie on the plane if they want and everything. It's nice. Godlike is in trouble. Yeah, I saw they were slipping out of the top 8. I did see that. And Maxman, you look like Hollywood hero of Jurassic Park.
Oh, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt again. I look like Chris Pratt pre-hair transplant. It's what people tell me usually.
Yeah, I can see it. You need to like buff up a little bit more and be good to go. You know.
Yeah.
Get those massive muscles.
Gotta try. I want to go to the gym, but because I should be moving countries soon, I'm not signing up to the gym just yet.
That's reasonable. I mean, I mostly do my stuff at home anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
minimalist routine.
I do have some dumbbells right here.
Oh, yeah. Don't break anything. I'm hearing like scuttering in the background
there. How many matches per team? Total, I didn't count exactly, so it should be get 1, 2.
I think it's 14.
I think it should be. Oh, I can't. I'm too lazy to count. They play the same amount. Don't worry about it. Same amount of the same maps. It's all fair.
I'm right. I'm pretty sure it's 14. No,
should be. Chris Pratt.
I need someone.
He's copying you. Thank you, Dick Sullivan. Thank you.
I need someone to confirm this for me. 14 matches per team?
Yes.
Question mark? This is a crazy collab. The Sonic collab.
Well, I can show it.
Finals are in the arena, Wolf. Finals are in the arena, Wolf. Wolf. 16. Right. Finals are in the arena, Wolf. Wolf, the finals are in the arena. Wolf, the finals are in the arena, Wolf. Oh my God. Finals are going to be in the arena.
They're in the arena. Yes, in the same as Mina. Okay.
That's a rhyme. You're rapping.
Let's try. I'm trying to put it back to the highest quality possible, guys. We'll see if it functions. 16 per... IHG Godless and IHG IC are bringing aggressive gameplay experience. I mean, Godless, definitely. And IC. And what happened to Demo? You remember Demo from IHC, Blank?
Yeah, I remember Demo.
Yeah. I think a lot of people looked at the big names like your Yols, your Godless and stuff, but I think Demo deserved more credit for what he did and brought to the table.
Yeah, I just don't think he was particularly an exciting player to watch, that's all.
Okay. I think he was more of a setup player, and I think without him, a lot of the fights maybe wouldn't work out. But in terms of numbers, maybe it wouldn't be there.
Yeah. I mean, it's the troublesome thing about it, really, isn't it? Where it's hard to always pinpoint exactly how much a player's doing or how much a player's actually providing to the team. And when you're getting a lot of frags, like, that's very obvious value.
Yes.
So yeah, players like Demo typically don't get the limelight too much. I'm going to grab a quick drink, man.
Sure. I'll be on solo desk.
And I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, you're off. Bye.
2 seconds.
Yep. I like it. Wolf says, why shouting when Wolf spammed 5 times finals in arena and with like a ton of question marks? Wolf, just trying to inform you. You don't have to spam. We'll try and read it right away. And again, if you guys want me and Blank to see your questions more, feel free to tag us. Like, for example, So Clay Nawaz said, cool shirt, Max, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's kind of nice. It's a bit small, though. Max, forget IHC, Inner Circle for the last 4 matches, please. I mean, they qualified Dark Side edits. You should say that during the finals. Then maybe I will. What do you think about 3-1-3 in last match? They have got 11 points. Will they qualify? I mean, they got most of those points because of a solo, and they still hot dropped in Severny. So I think they should try and fix that first. So I'm not hopeful until they stop hot dropping on Orangle. When they stop hot dropping on Orangle, then we'll be good. Cast a curse today. Who will be the target? Max and Blank? Maybe it'll be us, the 2 of us. I think Go is from Uzbekistan. Maybe some of the players, but the team isn't marked as from Uzbekistan. Demo and IHG is like Refus and APG. Yeah, exactly. I would agree. And Blank is a bad.
Returned.
He's returned.
Yeah, I was just grabbing a quick drink.
Nice.
And look at that. Match starts in 27 seconds. That was perfect timing from me, obviously.
Amazing. Let me put it in game.
Caster's curse. I'm trying not to curse any of the bottom 4 teams. I mean, that's my main goal. I think 3-1-3 did pretty well. I think it does take resilience, especially when you realize you're kind of not the top dog in the lobby. You're like looking for scraps a lot. I think it takes a lot of resilience to get like 11 points in a game like that. Hopefully they can continue doing it. But I think a lot of these bottom teams need to understand that they do need to have some aggression. Because otherwise you're going to fall into a situation like Nepex where they really didn't do all that much to hold on to their spot. It's very passive. And that's how you go down early with no elims. And because of the way placement points work now, if you're going down 9th place, you're basically going up a 0-point game despite getting quite far into the match.
Yeah, it's very unforgiving currently, the point system when it comes to placement points. It does hurt. As compared to Rondo, you just get all of that in the limbs in like a few fights and just revive your team after. What about Halal Extron? Halal Extron... Sorry. I don't think we're going to see much. The hot drop on Orangle is hurting them too much. So I would be surprised if they're able to make it out unless they're able to fix that and make it to the late game as a full team, which we saw once on that Orangle win from them yesterday. And outside of that, there's nothing of note that I can really say about this team. I haven't been wowed by them just yet. You talked about Horror before the show, and they immediately got eliminated in the first match. I mean... That was I will not take credit for that. That's just an unlucky hot drop on one garage for one car. And It's literally the worst garage in all of Varangle because you can't escape if you've realized too late there's a team. So, no, not on me.
Which format do you like the most for the tournament finals? Ooh. PUBG Mobile team is looking for some input. Everyone, put previous point system. No. I'm joking. Just do whatever you want.
Don't take Smash away from me, please. I love the Smash rule.
I've selected my choice.
I know what you picked.
No, you didn't. Maybe I picked Smash rule.
No, you didn't. Nice man, please predict APG, Go, and prove. Guys, it's not how it works. I need to do a genuine prediction, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, he needs candles and, a lot of other ritual equipment to do a full curse. So wait for that.
That's true.
It's coming.
It's happening.
I'm going to provide them. I'm actually the warlock on the desk.
Ooh, are you having any flashbacks right now, Blank, with this circle?
Some. East Island? Maybe? I love CSA. It's such a tough region. It's hard to pick top 3 for me because there's always a team or 2 further down I really want to see more from. Yeah. I think the thing we were talking about this earlier today, Green, as well, where it's really hard to think about which teams are going to be the top 3, at least for group stage, because it's all been, wow, this team did really well on this day, but then didn't do so great on this day. It's like, are they going to be consistent or not? We just don't know. But right now, Goat's been doing well. Brute Force been doing well. It has been a lot of the CIS teams, which have been fairly impressive so far, which I find surprising.
I disconnected. Sorry, I didn't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I was looking at something else. I'm sorry. Wait. Do you mean you disconnected or you disassociated? In gamer terms, yes, I disassociated. Yeah.
So you didn't actually disconnect. You're just referring to yourself as disconnected.
Yes, my server melted in my head. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. My brain just turned off for a minute.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't want to talk about anything. No. I just want to talk about anything. Yeah, it's fine. You do what you want. Look at your memes. Go look at your memes.
I wasn't even looking at anything. I was looking at the wall. I was just what? What's happening?
Oh my god. Okay, fair enough.
Apologies. They need to check different combinations now, given they are qualified and no bonus points in finals from group stage. Actually, we have I need to recheck because I know we have Smash rules, but is it plus 20 or is it plus 10? I didn't see an announcement about this because we have game 1 on Rondo. Rondo's coming back for the finals. If it's plus 10, you do that on like even a bad game on Rondo. If you hot drop early and you get a squad wipe, you're like already halfway there.
Mm-hmm. I think it's usually plus 10.
It is.
For most tournaments, it's plus 10.
SEA plus 20.
SEA plus 20?
Yes. Like some regions have different formats, I feel like. If I'm not mistaken, it was plus 20, guys, in SEA. I was watching it. I was doing a watch party of the finals, actually. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. It's plus 20. It was plus 20.
Kind of feels useless. May as well not have it.
The plus 20? What do you mean?
Yeah, because by the time, like unless you're a really good team, like Smash Rule's never going to happen at that point. You know?
Yeah. But first game is Rondo. So like it...
Yeah.
You can get way more points on Rondo. Like the average point is way high on that map.
Why are you going to play super hyper aggressive if you're like towards Smash Rule? I don't think so.
I mean, you would hot drop. Your team gets eliminated. Oh well, you still maybe got a few points, and then you recall, get your full team back up.
Yeah, what if someone else gets over the plus 20?
Well, I don't know. We got in very deep hypotheticals here, Blank. I
think it's dangerous. I mean, you get the plus 10, and then you get the plus 10 in the next match.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Because if you go down on, so if I put it this way, if you go out with 0 points, match 1, it's very unlikely that you're going to get Smash Ruling until match 4/5, in my opinion. Unless you are the GOAT and you are just crushing that lobby, that might be the case. But that's never going to happen in international. 20 because there were 14 matches in the finals. That's like not a lot of matches though. And also Smash Ruling doesn't come into effect until the last day.
Yep. That is it. I know, it's interesting. I'll have to look into it. Actually,
I'm an arguer.
Bilkan. Mr. PUBG Mobile Esport, Bilkan, if you're watching, how many bonus points are required for these finals? I have not seen official communication about this. Plus 20 in SEA, plus 10 in Americas. Exactly, it's different from region to region. That's why I'm not sure.
8 matches last day in SEA, that's why plus 20. Still, I mean, answer me this, because I think that does make sense. With 8 matches, that makes sense. But don't you think 8 matches is just so many matches for players to play?
It is.
Like, by the time you get to the 7 for 8 match, it's such a coin toss of a moment. And you're no longer giving opportunities for teams to just get to that 6th match. They played consistently, played well, no one's hit smash ruling, and they just win because they were the most deserving team. Like, by the time you get to the 8th match, someone's winning from smash rule. That's for sure.
Yes. Like, at that point, you'll have, what, like 6 teams in capacity of smashing at that point, because like you're not going to have that many teams not get the 20 points required. At least it depends how big the point gap is between the top teams and the teams in the middle of the pack. But yeah, it's interesting. But SCA was interesting to watch with the 20 points, 8 games. Petition to make finals 4 days. I actually would like finals to be 4 days. I like 4-day finals. Do you remember when we shifted from 3 days?
4-day finals?
We had the PMSL or PMPL championships blank, and it was 3 days, and then it went to 4 days. I think that was great.
Yeah, I mean, 4-day finals are really nice. But if you do 4-day finals, you just do 5 matches a day.
That's
in my
fair.
opinion.
That's fair.
Because then you have the 20 match total. And also that means that when you get to the last day, like if it's 5 matches, then you don't get into that awkward scenario that on the last day of finals, a random team gets smash ruling on 5th place. And if you just played really well during the entirety of the finals, like you win just off points alone. I think that's the fair way to do it. Because then if you have a team that has like an incredible day 4, and he's able to get in the smash ruling and get that chicken dinner, it's so hype. So hype. This is dangerously close to the East Island. I'm getting slightly worried.
This is it's not going to go there, but I mean, you could go there and just make it, top 10 without fighting if you want. Yeah. The pacifist route there. But no island finish, unfortunately. Could have happened if it went even more east of Impala. Though looking at positions, our Cred are in a really good spot. They're on the mountain east of Impala, which they're going to have full oversight on whatever the hell is happening in this circle. They're going to have a ton of information. It's similar to when you play in the hill north of Minas Generalis. You're kind of away from all the fight, and you can take shots, but again, you can't loot from there. So our Cred got to be careful. They are in a hot seat here. In 9th place, actually, they could jump up quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But does it matter because they're qualified anyways?
Yeah. Favorite team in India? I think OG right now. Pretty easy. It's pretty easy when we say it's like supporting Manchester United, but it has a lot of the OGs I recognize from when I used to cast it back in the day.
Do you have a favorite player?
It enough recently.
Or not yet? You haven't watched enough?
Not yet. No, I would be. It would be disingenuous of me to say I had a favorite player in India right now. But I'm excited to see more of them. I mean, I'm definitely going to watch BMIC.
It's going to be fun. Actually, I had an opinion that I feel like quite a few people resonated with a few months ago, and I want to ask your opinion on this before we get into like the big action portion of this match. I was talking about the fact that the reason why I want India back in globals, and I'm hyped that they're back now for 2025 and hopefully for the future of PUBG Mobile Esport, is not because, I really want India back. It was like, I love them. Like, India's cool. But the main reason is now, when you have a global championship, you have a PMWC, you have a PMGC, every region is there, or at least every region has a chance to qualify, meaning that whoever you crown the champion really is the best out of all the regions in the world. That's why I like it. There's more weight to be in the world champion then.
Yeah, I mean, we're always missing out on having India in PMWC and PMGC because, like you say, it does suck not having all the regions there. Like, it's just nice to have it.
It's fine.
Reduce quality.
I'm showing the map feed. Nobody knows.
Sorry. Yeah, it's nice having everyone there because then there's no like ifs and buts. Plus, India is just a nice community for PUBG Mobile in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to have them back. Definitely good to have them back.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Would they make it to finals though? We'll have to see. It's not going to, like, group stage is going to be brutal for sure. Stream lagging. No, it's fine. It's fine, guys. Nothing happened. I made put it to map feed. I was doing stuff in the background. Don't worry. We're fine. I'm going to keep it in this quality because Maybe it is on my end in the end. Sorry, production. maybe my internet's overloaded. There's too much happening at once.
Am I a football fan? What's your favorite club in Premier League? No, I'm not a football fan. No. So sorry to say it. I watch. The problem is I watch a lot of esports and I don't really have enough time for normal sports. Like, I'm watching 3 or 4 streams a week. So, yeah, it's tough.
I watch a bit of rugby, but that's it. That's all I do. Okay, but Circle going over to Impala. Southern side Impala. Arcred again in a great spot. Going in the city, I would say some teams are going to be forced to making that decision blank. But leaving the city, if the Circle moves away, that's just going to be a bloodbath, which I wouldn't recommend anyone, but some teams are just not going to have that choice. They're just going to have to commit to it and hope for the best.
I think Arcred's got a nice spot. I always like this position up on high ground, you know, overlooking church towards Impala. I think it's just such a safe position to be in as well for Arcred. But let's take a look at some of our more worrying teams, like the Mongols, who are currently out in no man's land on the western side. I do not like that crossing in. I don't know how you feel about it, Maxman, but that is a rough position to be in for the Mongols.
Can't even see them. Oh, they're in the field position right now.
Yeah, they're in the fields right now with ISI in front of them.
I think it's fine. They're going to have to crash eventually. Not this circle, but I think the next phase, they're just going to have to full send and commit to an engage on the team. So they better make a good decision based on that. Based on where the circle goes. Just don't do what we saw on the last 2 games of yesterday, which is push before the circle. Just wait, see where it goes, and see if you can take a fight of value. And I think Mongols will be fine. Oh, it's an inner circle getting picked off by Arcred from the high ground. It seems, but inner circle getting absolutely destroyed. How many? They're done. They're done. They're done completely. I didn't realize they completely got squad wiped and they couldn't hold the center of the circle. They went from northwest, Minas Generalis, dead center, south of Impala, and Arcred again from the mountaintop. Look down on them, insta squad wipe, and that is not a position you can play if a team is there just like Arcred.
No, it's really not. APG, they're rocking up over towards 4 Yonkos, get inside the building. Zyol finds the first tag as well. It's very nice. Just commits to it too, but already 2 players down from APG, leaving just Top left remaining. Rufus is already out, and now Top has to finish things up, and it is looking bad right now.
That was a horrible push from APG because this is a compound that so many teams can look into. If you want to breach this, I would say you've got other better options. You can fight Dagestan to the west, or maybe even Mongols' compound, or in... this is not the way, and 4 Yonko get the easiest squad wipe because most of the damage done on APG was by another team, not even 4 Yonko themselves. So now we have a lot of the heavy hitters, Brute Force out, Inner Circle out, APG out. IA still in this game, and actually I would even go to say they have the best compound to the western side. That so far no one is looking to even breach in the first place because it's such a strong position.
Yeah, it's hard to dismantle those from that position as well. So if you go west, like, I think ASI can have a very nice game. And, you know, it does keep them in there. Mongols now kind of struggling. They're trying to clear area, though. I like this play for the Mongols. I appreciate they moved down towards the south side. They took the opportunity to go for it. Good smokes, good nades, just leaving now Magnum from Dagestan left alive. Probably... Ooh, Vitality of Falcons. Tough with the things going on the moment. I think I probably would put more money on Falcons, on Vitality though. You watch all streams, I mean you got work. We don't have work. This is our work.
This is our work.
Oh, yeah. We do have it's a luxury that I have. I get to spend a lot of time watching esports.
It is fun. I did have a job for a time. I was doing social media for ESL on Pokemon events. So if you saw memes like 2 years ago, that was me. I made those. That was my memes.
I did this.
Yes. But now I do it on my own channel. We'll see. I'm still hoping. You know what, Blank? That's one thing I'm just dreaming of on Miramar is that someone uses one of these ramps one day and gets the sickest Illim, just swaps seats mid-air as he jumps off the ramp, knocks a player. That would be literally best moment in the world on Miramar, but it's not. No one ever does it. They just use it as cover, and it makes me genuinely sad.
Yeah.
It would be so cool.
Plus 20, Bill says. Bill says plus 20.
Ah.
CSA.
It is going to be...
Seems like that's a short final, plus 20. We'll see how that works. I don't... So I think for people who don't really like the smash ruling, plus 20 is kind of good. Because it does require you to do insanely well.
It's less likely for you to get a smash in the tournament format, for sure. I think it's good. 10 was too easy. Like, you could smash from game 2, which actually happened in SCA, I think, earlier this year with, what was it, E-Arena, if I'm not mistaken, guys? But I think 20 is the right soft spot this time around. I'm going to show the map. We didn't see it too much here. Not much is happening on screen. And I think we can actually do a prediction here. I think this is a good time because it is going to get hectic at the very end here. We're going to have potentially Impala finish or even a Mountain finish for Arcred. That's going to be wild. And I'm going to go pick first here, Blank. I'm actually going to go Skyforce on this position. I think they're able to hug that cliff onto the eastern side. You just gatekeep all the southern teams and then you move in. I think Skyforce could have a really good opportunity here. I'm not picking any of the city teams.
I think it's a tough one where if you are inside the city, I think a lot of teams actually realize they probably don't want to go too deep into the city here either. You can Power playing out on the warehouse on the north side. Skyforce could have a decent game, wrapping him on that eastern side. I think also Mad Bull's not a terrible position, but they're going to get held out by Horror quite a bit. It's a tough circle, man. It's a very, very tough circle because so much is just dead space towards the center there, where Arcred's currently playing, that you are just wrapping on the outside edge.
Yeah, as you said, teams are just avoiding the city. Look at that. 7-2-1 could send it. I-8-2 that we don't. We know it's going to be bad to go there, but I don't think they're going to have a choice for too long. I'm going to hide our camera so you guys can see as the circle shifts inwards. As you go in, if it goes on the high ground of Arcred, that is going to be... It's also going to be a rough one. And it goes west. City still in play. And actually, Skyforce not going to have a good time now. Now they're going to be forced in the southern side into Horror, into Mad Bulls, maybe Halal Extra or Dagestan.
Do you think Arcred drops now?
No, I would say you stay on the high ground and you leave teams move up first, because otherwise if you start leaving at the same time, you might get caught mid-rotation. Just let them eliminate each other, and when you have a lower number of teams and players, I think that's when you transition. You'll have an easier time to do it. And the circle could still go to them. Like, it's not sure it's going to stay west. What would you do? Would you just stay up there?
I think personally I would probably start dropping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, surely you can get some. Maybe start dropping that as the circle comes in. Because I think this is more than likely going to be a city finish, but you can always wrap round towards that roadside there. It depends if they want to go south, honestly, on this. But I'd be curious to see what happens. Alexstrom losing players at the moment to Mad Bulls. They left one player behind. I don't think that's a great idea ever. I think most teams are going to use that as like a staging post. All their pushes. There's some Mad Bulls there. So now HLE at least have information, but they're down to 3.
I love what we're seeing on the minimap right now. Look at Horror. This fight was happening with Halal Extron and Mad Bulls. They're just, okay, they're busy. They're not going to backstab us. We're just going to send it right into the southern side of Impala. That's a very smart, opportunistic move from Horror. Love to see that happen. Though Halal Extron, they're just getting picked off one by one by 2 teams at once. What was that? There's going to be 4 Yonko. There was Dagestan. There was Mad Bulls. They were just cornered by the edge of the circle there. Those Skyforce are looking to also maybe do something similar to Horror, which is avoiding this entire skirmish south between Dagestan and Mad Bulls, and I think that could be another good ticket to the circle for Skyforce. This Mad Bulls flip does get picked off, and now we're going to have so many fights start to break out on the southern edge. I don't know who's going to make it out alive. Position-wise, we could lose 3 to 4 teams very quickly.
Yeah, I appreciate that Mongols is playing this safe as well. They already got 2 eliminations. They're currently in 16th, looking to breach in. Canina Powers had no points today at all, 0 points. They're currently playing on that northeast edge, which is dangerous for the Mongols. Dagestan currently pushing through Mad Bulls as they attempted to make their wrap up from that west side. Halal Extron got absolutely barreled over, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I think Arcred's starting to get like a little bit held out, right? I think it's going to be tough dropping down now. But stage 6 is still the deal. We'll see if it pays off sticking up on high.
It depends, actually. If Arcred are able to eliminate a lot of these southern teams too, because they're looking into, I think they're actually actively taking shots at Skyforce and Dagestan.
They need limbs though, right?
They need limbs, and then they can start taking it for themselves and just start wide wrapping. Good nade on Zadira. Is that going to be the follow-up flush? Ooh, get some nice damage. Going to make him bleed out faster.
It was close.
Yep. Soul is number 1, K9 second, OG third. No, I mean, they're still in top 3. No, it's fine. Believe in OG. That's a good smoke road, actually, from Skyforce. Keeps them safe from getting third-partied by 4 Yonko and also Arcred on the mountaintop. Now you just got to go for it because they're going to dissipate. They're going. they're disappearing. And I think it may have lost their chance to go for the fully committed push here.
Yeah, I mean, why throw those if you're not going to do anything with it? And nice shots from Magnum as well. Yeah, that's frustrating. I think that's frustrating from Skyforce. It's something similar we keep seeing all the time, is that in practice, these plays seem good. Like the smoke row was insane. And just plenty of nades sent over the top, but now suddenly Dagestan's in a way better position than they were before. But yeah, Skyforce set up such a nice smoke road and then just did nothing with it. Like, why lay the foundations down if you're not going to build on top of that?
That's so unfortunate that they didn't fully commit to the play. Really good nades actually coming out from Segura and Magnum, but they're just able to reverse the engagement fully. Magnum finds the flush onto Riley there, I think, very soon. There you go. That's going to be connecting. That is going to be the end also of that monster truck. So Arcred's still on the mountaintop then. They have not descended just yet, and I think that's... I like even more now because all the Western teams here we're looking at, Blank, you're looking at your 721s, your I8s, Mongols, 4 Yonkos, Dagestan. I think most of those teams are going to get squad wiped very soon, meaning that it's going to be even easier for Arcred to make their descent. And they could actually go in the church area and just start entering from the eastern side. I think that's an easy way to make into the late game and also find an easy entry point in the city itself.
Yeah, I think church is a really good place to play here for Arcred, considering it just gives you a lot of high ground as well to play around with. So you've got a lot of information down towards the south side. You know, you've cleared it out as much as possible. Now you can play from that eastern edge. A lot of teams are going to fight one another inside the city. The only difficulty with this is that, like, they're right on the line of the circle, right? So it's likely to push away from them, meaning they need to find a spot within the circle soon. But there's still buildings on the side of the road that haven't been taken. I'm quite excited about it.
Godless is just a one-man team right now. He's getting some sick grenades in the middle of the circle, but I do think he gets picked off. Yep, that's going to be the end for Skyforce in this match. Now we're down to the top 10 teams. We still have so many teams in this circle. It makes sense. It's a city finish. You're going to have a lot of teams just able to survive very close to each other.
Yeah, Kanina Power still being in the game is very bad news for teams like Mongols and Halal Extron. They haven't moved too much today, but this position is really good for sweeping down from that north side if they can make it happen. So for a lot of the hopes and dreams for Mongols, Halal Axtron, 313 and T721 ride on Kanina Power not doing very well here.
I feel bad for doing a prediction game in chat because this is impossible to know who's going to win this game. It's all over the place. I mean,
I think you could be. I mean, you could happily predict Horror and still get a pretty decent result. Like, I think Horror's probably a top 3 team here.
Yeah, but this is good from Horror. We talked about on the pre-show a little bit how, like, their splits were hurting them a lot on their, especially on their second day, losing players for no reason, missing out on opportunities to get actual wins. Here, they were super opportunistic. They avoid that southern fight happening when you had, I think it was Mad Bulls fighting another squad, and they instantly get a really good engage and send in the center. But that nade on Eugene is massive. Are they going to get the follow-up? I think they do. That's it for Eugene. Perfect. Right on the money.
Wow. I felt like a botched nade as well. Gonna go for another. Goes a little bit far. The thing is, this is a very important fight because 313 coming off the back of an 11-point game, now going up against their direct competition here. Kanina Power. Very excited to see what happens here for 313. Finisher, actually, to his namesake this time, finishing off other players in the lobby. Yeah, super pleased to see that. Well played, 313. I mean, it's taken to the last day, but we're finally here.
They scared off Kanina Power. They didn't want to be in that position anymore, which is good. Like, those walls are super nadeable. Just get the hell away from them. Circle did shift, by the way. We're in phase 7. Teams not currently in the circle. 721 currently is the only team in circle that's not in the city itself. You got 313, Alcazia, Kanina Power slowly pushing in onto 313, Horror, and now Arcred are also going to try and claim a bit of their position in the circle southeast. But they do have a split Arcred. They have some players, I think, still on the mountaintop, Blank, and 2 players in the city, one of those being in the church onto the east, I think is Ramses. So they still have a lot of information on where players are, as Horror gets a great knock onto I8 that I think I8 currently are going to have the hardest time rotating. If they live this circle I8, I'd be genuinely impressed.
I mean, they have to play silos. I mean, that's really your only option here. And then try and wrap around the high ground on the south side. But Mad Bull is already playing there. I mean, Lemon's been ratting out for a while. But yeah, they're taking shots.
Silos aren't even in circle, though. Like, as a temporary location, sure, but to actually get in the circle, you got to go even deeper. And that's why I'm thinking is they're going to have a bad time. They again picked off by 721 now.
Yeah, I was going to say, they'd have to go down to silos and then wrap around across the road. But yeah, I mean, they try for it. but Dagestan's already in position. Good job to them. I mean, Dagestan's been living, right? They have been living.
They've been living so good. I mean, 7 elims, they've had a very, very strong match for sure. No, great. Getting big. How that, like, the fact that Hora are able to zone people away while in a steady finish is already very impressive. They're using this roadside really well. I think that was the game plan from the get-go. They're like, okay, this is an Impala city finish. We need to take buildings next to a road because in a city finish, Blank, I don't know if you would agree, but it's the easiest to defend because teams have to cross in the open to get to you. So you have a natural defense just built, kind of baked into those buildings.
Yeah, I mean, the east to west push is disgustingly hard to play because you're pushing into high ground.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably the nicest circle that could have come through for stage 8 for T721 for Dagestan because it allows them to play on this edge, but they still have to just absolutely battle one another here now. Good shots from Aggressor.
Oh, the nades. A little bit too short there, Magnum, but I'm not going to say he's wasting them. You got to try and play with them. And if he hits, actually, there could be some good damage. Nice work onto Aggressor. And there's even going to be Prepod getting a little bit involved in this fight from a distance. Nice angle from that rooftop, actually. He's going to, not even rooftop, that's what, second floor? Able to get a really good angle with a Mini 14. And just making sure that all these Western teams are just an issue of the past. And then they can just focus on that mini battle royale in the city itself. And we still have actually a lot of squads that have a lot of players. You've got four-player squads, a lot of 3-player squads. But Hora and T721 are still the ones to have the numbers. That was a sick headshot. Unfortunately, not able to find the knock, and now they're just getting completely demolished. I think this is going to be the end of the line for 3-2-1. 3-1-3. Why am I saying 3-2-1?
3-2-1, and they're out.
They're out.
Yeah, no, it's a tough one. I think Finish is not going to make it too much further here. Try to take shots over towards Hoji, but not meant to be. I do think with 3-1-3, that sucks because I think they did well to get that far into the game, but I think they get 2 points off the back of that one. It's just not a lot. Horror taking nades from Arcred. He did make their way in from Church. They're getting nice and close now, but Util's a little tight on this team considering they weren't doing too much, but what an opening from Hardboy.
Gonna be looking for it. Horror getting a little bit overwhelmed already in that building. Really good shot through the window with the shotgun, and No Fear was just waiting, but yeah, so many good shotgun hits. Sky is going to be the sole survivor of Horror, and I think this is going to be the end of the line for the Nepali team. And yeah, the backstab is just instantaneous. Arcred going to be losing everyone, but Kanina Power will be able to take the building for themselves. That's a really good third party, actually, from KP. And now it's down to the top 4 teams. Mad Balls, Akadzia, Kanina Power, and 721. A lot of CI's teams once again alive for this win.
Yeah, I mean, last circle as well, we're going to start to bunch up a little bit here. Al-Qadzia doing very well for themselves, but I think Kanina Power definitely one of the more impressive teams in this one, being able to make their way through. They haven't done too much, but that push coming through from Arcred, phenomenal. Like, I don't know how they made that work. No Fear just fell over. Real paper thin team there.
It just fell apart instantly. The shotgun engage initially was just very clean from Arcred, and they just squad wiped very, very quickly. And
I'm not sure what No Fear's plan was.
I don't know. They won't see me, maybe, in that position. T721, you need smokes. Do you not have smokes? I don't think they have any smokes. We're using a nade. Spray them.
They're playing it well.
Prepot, why are we not spraying this? They actually made it to the building, 721. How do you survive? You don't use a single play on that rotate, and they even get Prepot getting third-partied by Kanina Power. No way 721 win this game.
They went through 4 players made it across the road
without a smoke.
How does that happen? I mean, to be fair, they were accurate on those windows. They were very accurate on those windows. There was no off angle available for Al-Qadzia because it was dealing with Kanina Power coming from the backside. Koji is going crazy as well over towards Kanina Power. Get some shots on. Again, just into the open. That's where they like to play, Max.
Yeah, so far they're taking control. They got the wide angles secured onto the west, and now Kanina Power down to their last 2 players here. The 3v2, the 2v2 right now. Aggressor hoping he has enough time to go for the heal. The M249 pre-fires are going down. They're not connecting on anyone, and that's going to be the end of the line. 7-2-1, the only non-city team here in this game winning a city finish, Blank.
Impossible to call. Impossible to call. That one, I don't know how you did. It's incredible. I don't know how the hell they got across there. They absolutely should have smoked the road. They get very lucky. Al-Qadsia has no off angle, and it's only those two windows they're working with. And the shots are very clean. Every time he tried to peek out the window, he's getting blasted. He was calling for backup. He was calling for assistance. By the time it got there, it was way, way too late. But yeah, that's going to go down in the history books. It's one of the craziest row crossings I've ever seen.
That's the craziest Impala finish I've seen, like ever. And I've been here since 2019 with Miramar. So I'm telling you, this has been a crazy wrap up here from them.
Yeah.
Did you do well played from the squad, 7-2-1. Actually, I think you mentioned at the end of that game, the fact that they were all running across and yet they had some players just peeking the windows, just allowed other players to keep going forward. So that trust, that synergy between all the players to make that cross work out. Again, smokeless cross over the road into one of the toughest road entry points in Impala in any kind of city was super impressive. Was that fumble by Prepod on the squad? Maybe Al-Qadsia could have done better, but 7-2-1 were given just an inch and they took a mile at the end of that match.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where we talk about a lot where you never want to give a 1v1 to players. And so that would have been very different if one player peeked up, he tried to make the crossing. But yeah, that's definitely a situation where 7-2-1 is like, we are a team. We play together, we die together. We're going to cross this damn road together. So yeah, very well played. Super, super impressive stuff. And you're right, they were juggling the focus on the window super well. It's like, okay, now you peek. Now I'm going to run, now you peek. Like, wow. I think that type of synergy only comes around now and again. And they were all so locked in that moment. But it's a big game for them. It's a really big game for them because for 7-2-1, they take out Kanina Power. Kanina Power doesn't get a huge amount of points. But for 7-2-1, what an important game to try and lift themselves out from the bottom of the tables.
Yeah, I mean, they were in that 19th position at the start of the day. And no one around them has been doing great. 3-1-3 not doing great. Nepex not doing great. Halal Hakestrom not doing great. Mongols not doing great. They're currently the outlier of these bottom teams trying to escape the bottom four that are going to be sent back home after today's remaining now 4 matches. We have 4 matches left on the board to see who's going to be playing in the finals. So perfect time to make it happen. Though I would say, Blank, one big game is still not going to cut it. If you want to be super safe, we need to see a little bit more and then you'll really be just miles away from the bottom 4 and you'll be good to go to start training and relax because you know you made it to the next stage.
I mean, even that part of the game was pretty impressive from 7-2-1 where they gave him the double angle to deal with, that he had to play high ground and low ground. So you can't spray both of that at the same time. So
yeah,
again, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what possessed 7-2-1, some kind of PUBG mobile demon towards the end where it was like, okay, well, I'm going to play the game for you in these last moments, all right? But you gotta sign your souls away to me. But yeah, insane, very, very insane stuff.
Yeah, Aggressor going to be then the MVP of the game, the player of the match. Well played, 4 eliminations, no assists. Healing done actually quite a bit, but they were getting battered over to the western side. They were getting peaked by Al-Qadsia for the longest time, and they were just able to survive. I think they did use smokes, but just to survive to that very point, and then they just didn't have any more resources to make that transition. And luckily enough, because of, again, the thing we mentioned of peeking the windows, that's all they needed to really get themselves across that road. Bad Boy, Aggressor, Foofsman, Ramses, and Hardboy are going to be up there. No one from Horror, which I thought we might have, but yeah, that fight they had versus Arcred was just... It was not
poor. It was really poor. I think the thing is that for 7-2-1, I think you're right, they use most of their smokes on the fight versus Dagestan, and you have to, right? Because it's just an open playing ground on that side of the map where the ditch is. But it's 21 points for them. Arcred getting away with that game with 11 eliminations, which is quite a lot, 14 points. Kanina Power with 11. 7-2-1 definitely have caught up. The other teams that were able to particularly do well, 3-1-3 only get 2, Mongols only get 2, and this is looking more and more likely the Mongols aren't going to be making it through to the finals, Max.
Oh, we'll have to see. Wait, now no one. Maxi isn't having a look in the chat like yesterday. I'm trying to read the chat. But here we go. Leaderboards. Green arrow here for Arcred, able to jump up to the 4th rank. Horror also jumping up a little bit higher. Nice to see. But yeah, it's moving around a lot. The top 3 currently not moving that much at this point in time. Like you still have Brute Force. I see Initiate was in a circle. They were first and they did slip a bit, but that's fine. They're still not far away from that first place. But second page, that's the big one. Only red arrows, but 7-2-1 escape
just barely
the death zone. I don't know what you call it. Yeah, bottom 4.
Yeah, Mongols are tied up with 49-49, but the chicken dinner is the tiebreaker, so that will take them over the top there. 13 placement points to 15 to 36 elims to 35. So they're very close. What, 14 placement points, 13 placement points, 35 elims, 36 elims. So it's almost identical scorelines other than the chicken dinner. It's going to be tough if that comes right down to the wire and we have a chicken dinner from Mongols later too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be happening with these bottom 5-6 teams by the end of today. We still have 4 matches going, guys. So we'll see how that's going to be going. With that said, as always, we played 2 games, meaning we're going to take a quick break. Going to start the timer.
Okay.
As always, don't believe the timer. We tend to start it a little bit sooner than that. But yeah, if you guys have topics, anything, I'll still be in the chat typing if you guys want. Otherwise, we'll be back in about 10 minutes for our 3rd match of the day on a wrangle. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
for losers. Go get a baby, now I'm going for you. Yeah, you're the prize that caught my eye. I'm a soldier of love with a heart of fire and blood. I want it all, that's all I'm thinking of. I am a warrior, I'm fighting for love. Hey, you're the prize I'm dreaming of. I keep my eye on the prize. I fight till I die. No retreat and no surrender.
And again, the timer is a lie, and so is the cake. Maxman, Blank, we're back. Once again, it's a wrangle, the grassy pastures, as Kalaris would call it. And interesting last game. The non-city team winning a city finish. Are we going to have any other wacky shenanigans like that on a wrangle? We'll have to wait and see. But I'm looking Blank. Are we going to have no hot drops?
It's a purple mouse is on the screen now.
Where?
Next to the plane. Next to the plane wing. Check him out. It's like pink. You see him?
No.
What the hell?
Am I blind? Oh, I
Yeah.
do see it now. Yeah, it's moving all over. Whose mouse is
gone.
that?
It's gone.
I saw it for like a split second.
But yeah, we're jumping straight into things right now over towards the south side of the map. I think overall should be a pretty fun game. I think 7-2 winning the last one was kind of impressive. Overall, I did not expect it. There's a hard southeast circle as well, so we're looking over towards Mini Milton, Milton Power, also Shelter region. Should be a fun one. But yeah, definitely a big game for 7-2-1. Got them out of the bottom four, which is great news. Kanina Power wasn't able to get as many points as they would have liked to hold on to things, but they're not really in danger. I think we're starting to see more and more teams like securing down towards that bottom four now. I think teams only have 2 more matches to play, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? I'll have to check, but they play 14 total, right? So we'll have to. We'll see that on the leaderboards at one point, I think.
No, five more matches. 5 more.
5, but we only have 4 matches left.
Yeah.
To play today. So I think on
I know.
average, it's 3.
I mean overall each day. So yeah, so it's
okay. Got you.
But I think with the 7, it's like messing me up a little bit because we had 7 first day, 7 next day, 6 today. So is it just 4 more matches for each team? I don't know. We'll find out.
3, depending on which group you're in. It's 3 or 4, for sure. Here we go. By the way, we got an update during the break. I just realized, checking our group, that it is 10 bonus points for Smash in this. It is not 20. I don't know if we corrected that earlier, Blank. But we were told 20, and then it was been fixed. So it's 10 for CSA.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a fair few people who kind of like 10, but again, I think I prefer 20 because it doesn't always allow smash ruling.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fundamental difference I have between me and some other people, where they like 10 because they want smash ruling to happen. I want 20, so when a smash rule happens, it like feels deserved. Like they just won it all. It's a huge comeback on the last day. But with 10, it's like you're kind of expecting the top team to smash to win the game, as opposed to get to the 6th match and win by points alone. So I don't know.
I fully agree. If we're gonna get a smash, I would prefer smash to happen middle of the day. End of day is even better. But I think having a smash on game 2 when you have 10 points, and especially again, Rondo should be your first map, meaning that you might have multiple teams make it in the smash zone on the first game alone, because again, the points are like increased significantly. Exactly, that was the word. Inflated significantly because of the whole recall system and everything. And we've seen in SEA, I don't know how much you've seen of SEA, Blank, but the meta is you send 1 player to camp the recall towers, you send 3 teams in a big hot drop. Sometimes you'd have like 3-4 teams in one compound fighting, and then just insta-res when they get knocked.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Rondo is really good for it as well, honestly, for going for those sorts of plays anyway. I mean, if you look at the map in general, you have places like Test Track, which I think you can fit like 4 to 6 teams, because that's across Test Track and Neox Factory as well.
Yeah.
So you have both those areas with like 6 teams in it. Like you say, you send 1 player out to camp the tower. you can just have a massive brawl over towards Test Track and Neox, get a ton of points off the back of it potentially, and then move away from it. Some teams might even come away with their 10 elims in the early game. So I do think it's one of those things where maybe for the guys of the PUBG Mobile team, they didn't really expect how much of an impact Rondo would have. So I think 10 points maybe made sense before. I think it makes less sense now because Rondo's in the map pool.
Yes, I fully agree. I think that's where you should push it to 20, and I think that was perfect in SEA. But it is like the recall tower strat is being used and abused by the teams, which is normal. It's no matter. They're going to be using it to get as many points as possible, and that is going to be the way forward moving into the future of PUBG Mobile eSport. PUBG Mobile production team is doing serious polls for us. We got a lot of serious polls happening, Pepperport, in the chat for real. And Max Mansolos, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like a lot of these are like folks, they're targeting us as well, Max. Like, do you really care about Blank and Max talking about players right now?
Yeah, actually, if the person who's doing the polls right now is listening, what should be the next poll? What should we make? What do you guys want to know? If they'll do it, I don't know if they'll do it. Let's just entertain the thought they will.
Yeah, I think the next poll should be: should Maxman and Blank keep talking about the Smash ruling? Yes, no.
Should we keep talking about India when people ask us questions about it in the chat? And we're covering an entirely different region. What do you guys want? What do you?
Oh dear me.
Max, what is your best squad wipe in PUBG Mobile history? Ooh, squad wipe. Actually, well, we might have one right now. We got Alcazia versus IA. Going to be happening. Good nade, actually. That did a lot of damage outside the window. A lot of good nades coming out from Alcazia from these window positions. That's another good bounce. Oh, right onto Crypto. Not even allowed to play the game, it seems.
And dodges that too. Crazy.
But Freezer nades his mate. So I take it back. It was not good.
Keatsalberg. Oh my God, Casanova. What a shot through the window. That's some primetime flight gaming.
You got the solo of Alcazia just getting... No, I'm out. Oh, that duo actually is duo. Neos and Prepod. But what a sick jump shot there from Casanova. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also be leaving that point. Like, he's cracked. He's absolutely cracked. Let's leave. Leave.
But yeah, so... What was the question I asked earlier? I forgot. What was it? Squad wipe.
Squad wipe, yeah.
Best squad wipe. There was one, I think it was last year. No, not even I think, I'm sure it was last year. PMSL CSA watch party with Jason, and we had in boot camp, Sanok. I think it was Top, did a 1v4 with a DBS against IHC. And that was a sick one. That was like literally a 5-second clutch. 1v4. Amazing.
5 seconds?
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, he didn't miss. I think he missed one shot. Otherwise, it's just like 4 pretty much in a row, instantaneous eliminations.
Dumb.
Yep. That's what you do.
I mean, I can't really remember my favorite squad wipe, honestly. I remember like specific games that were great. Yeah, I don't remember squad wipes all that often. I think there was one with Regiosio playing over on the West Rozok Island, where he was just absolutely mashing a whole team. I think it might have been Falcons back then. Yeah. He was mashing a whole team with just a UMP silence. It just went insane.
This circle,
nasty shift. Yeah, nasty. We can't really see it right now on the screen.
Actually, I think I remember what would be your favorite clutch, which it's weird I would remember that. But I think it's a game you were casting with John, and it was PMGC. Was it? I think it was PMGC where the finals were in Jakarta, but it was during the league stage. And Razy from S2G clutched up a fight versus LGD that helped them qualify for the finals. And it was in Sunken City. I don't know if you remember that one. With a pump, I think it was.
No, I don't. I need to go watch that back now.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember exactly what game it was. I couldn't tell you the exact game number or day it happened on, but I remember that
crazy.
Razy clutch against LGD was wild. That was a really sick one. It was a 1v7 max. Oh, true, he did get more eliminations after because there was another team in boot camps. Actually, Top got more, but like that specific 1v4, Slimani is the one I'm referring to. Like that clutch was great.
Mine is RQ, Vikendi, G9, wipe the squad. I think I remember that.
Was it?
Was that like in the
Season
dips?
0?
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Los Leones? PMGC Season 0 League Stage, Los Leones game, B11, G9, all the guys popping off. Wasn't it that?
Maybe.
I don't know why I remember that.
Sure. Rising high in the bush on Miramar, that was a clutch up and a half. That went down in history forever. Ryzen's had some amazing moments over the entirety of PUBG Mobile. I think there was a Vikendi match he played where he 1v3'd a whole team, but it was like all at super long distance, just hitting shots back to back. Alex Estron going down, losing another player. Tough luck for them. This isn't a fun circle. It's like 30% of it's water right now.
I'm showing it right now if you want to talk about it, but yeah, like the fact you have this many teams around Mill to Power shows this is a very big hardship because you don't see this many teams near Mill to Power usually.
Yeah.
And even Mini Mill to Power taken by, what is that, Alcazia? It is also just Arcred actually in the Mini Mill to Power. But Water's not a bad strat. Usually, actually a really good strat you can do here, if you find a hovercraft, is you take the hovercraft and you just hug the ridge north or east of Mill to Power, and teams can't really get to you that way. You can just play there. So if you have no other way to play this game, that's actually an option. Are you going to win from there? No, hell no, but you would survive.
I think we've seen a couple of teams doing that. I mean, Falcons love doing that kind of play, right? They just play out in the water for half the game and then come on in later. Drenched, but still kicking. I actually really like where ASI are playing. I think it's a great position to be grabbing early on, especially on that 2-2 split. It's absolutely perfect to play. And from this circle as well, it's wonderful, actually wonderful. Registrar can also do well from their position, but I think this position from ASIA, if it continues to push down from the north side, you have so much control, An actual Mill to Power finish. I haven't had that in a while. This has been so long since I've seen an actual Mill to Power finish. I hope it does go there. Good chip back to the west. Crypto getting a nice knock onto Desert. And he's going to be trying to flush that one out. So already 3 eliminations after eliminated some players of Alcazia. So I8 trying to reclaim the throne, trying to reclaim first place. And so far, they're definitely able to do that. By the way, guys, looking at the groups, people that are not playing, we don't have 3-1-3, we don't have Horror, we don't have Inner Circle, and we also do not have Alpha Gaming playing this game. Apaga. Yeah, Apaga. Yeah, I think right now, this is a good opportunity for ISA to try and reclaim the throne. But this is also like one of the best opportunities for the teams like in the bottom 4 to do well. Right, other than 3-1-3, because they have been forced into an awkward scenario with all the best teams in the lobby. They really got dealt a hard hand with that one. But without the top teams or really strong squads in the lobby, it's time for 7-2-1 Mongols, HLE Axtron to actually step up here. Continue Power after that last game, we're able to get to 63, so VP drops down to 56. It's not a massive jump up. It's really not a massive jump up.
It isn't. It's quite achievable. Okay, I thought he was going to go one tap on Zadira for a second there. No, Zerich could have done it. Oh, there you go. He swapped to the time 6. He went from the red dot to the time 6, but he doesn't want to fight it. Surprising. I thought he was going to try and actually take that trade, but no, he's going to get the hell out of dodge. Is he going to make it to Obli, or is he going to go a bit deep in the circle? Yeah, I would say just go deeper. That car is not going to survive the encounter otherwise. Just send it. You can even go to the crates. Go to the crates next to the road. That's a good spot to play. And in circle. Yeah,
I think the thing is for Zerich, that car's not lasting long. So you want to get as much distance as you can with it now, getting into the circle itself. ASIA as well. I mean, Crypto was taking a lot of shots in that position, so he already backed off. So Continue Power was pretty happy to send Zerich a little bit further down. But man, it's going to be hard getting out from the Deadwoods on that northwest side around Prison. You got Mad Bulls up there, you got Goat, you've got Mongols too, who are in the dead trees.
Right, they're flying around the trees near Prison here. It's going to be 4 Yonkos. They're just completely surrounded. And even then, they have Goat and Mongols ahead of them in the circle. So even if they win it, I'm not sure they're going to actually make it far in this match. But yeah, 4 Yonko, get in the car, get out of there. It's just not worth it currently. And they can't even go for the res on their teammates, really. So they're trying to just get some placement points. They lose an extra player. So JTMG8 just trying to survive as a solo. And no way. That car is not surviving for long. You better try and find a good spot in the circle. And I don't think you can even do that because circle's shifting in 5 seconds. So you got to go deep in the circle here, but the car's on fire. I think he's done.
Yeah, you got a barrel. You got a barrel here.
Whoa!
Ooh,
this is a full-on Mill to Power finish. Black. So long since we've seen this.
You do not see these often. I think I've seen them a couple of times. I think APG was actually playing this circle the last time I saw it. I was playing center zone around the actual nuclear plant.
Like APG or the old 4MV?
Old 4MV.
Okay,
so.
yeah. So I was like, I don't remember seeing that this year. I think I would remember this circle. So rare to see it happen. You can see everyone instantly getting in their cars, trying to get the hell into the circle. Thing is, you still have 16 teams alive, and we know as a fact, Blank, there's not enough space for 16 teams. I think we're going to lose easily a third, if not maybe half of the lobby on this rotation. A lot of people trying to send it, trying to find a few open buildings. Shifu does find one. As a solo, he might be able to hold on to one of these entry point buildings. He's found one for the time being. But these teams also on the west, they're not in circle. They need to wrap up the fight and get moving.
It really crunches you out as well. I mean, there's still so much water here. There's the beachhead down towards the south side. You're so right in terms of the amount of teams that are just going to get absolutely picked off here. Mongols as well, really, really slow on their rotate out. Waited a huge amount of time. Now they've got to deal with Alextron for Yonkos, Arca as they move through. Al-Qadsia even have a good spot going forward here to just hold out teams, but they need to get further in. ASA immediately move down towards that south side. Max, I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I'm showing it on the map feed right now, but yeah, they instantly try to take that position away from Regicide. Do they know Regicide's behind them, or are they just going to try and hold on to the center? I mean, right now, they have the most central position, so I think did a good move that one, so I'm happy you caught that one. The fight's going to be starting to break out inside Milta Power itself, and Konina Power playing these big nuclear silos, or like, what's the exact name of those buildings? I forgot. Nuclear chimneys? No, not sure.
Yeah,
the cooling.
Probably the chimneys. Call the chimneys.
Oh, a ton of nades being used up by Regicide. Not fully interested in getting in Milta Power just yet, which I think is the right decision. Just wait. You don't want like Milta Power is large, but when you look at it, it doesn't have that many buildings, so it can't host that many teams. So just play outside, hope for the best. Maybe Circle moves away from it if you're lucky.
I think the thing of Regicide is like, I personally think they should be putting all of their forces down towards Senior right now. It's very unlikely any team that came in from the north is going to be playing over on the cliffside right now. They're likely going to be wanting to take position inside actual Milta Power. But your main job right now is to stop teams coming in through from that beachhead and force them out. Because right now, Electron as well as 4 Yonkos is getting pushed in. Yeah, that you're peaking for way too long there. You're really overplaying it.
Yeah, you can't overpeak it. You got to be careful about it. Oof. Okay, Pinkman back on the nade. Try and flush them out. That'll be great. Don't overpeak it. You're going to get punished by teams. I8 in particular are having a great match. Already 5 eliminations. It's very top heavy again, actually. I'm looking at this blank. 5 for Go, 4 for Brute Force, 5 for IA. Arcade got himself 2. Could be looking for more based on their position in the circle. They could start moving in and squad wiping maybe Al-Qadsia in this match. The circle closed in. We're about to go into phase 5. And you know what? I think when the circle closes, we're going to do a prediction, guys, before we get in the hectic ending of this match, because it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, we're in stage 5 and it's already looking more like stage 9. A lot of teams are start to go down. Luckily for a lot of teams, there is areas you can hide out towards Milta Power, because we are getting a fully confirmed Milta Power finish. Regicide could have a good game off the back of this, but I think ASA absolutely have their number right now. All that they have to worry about is getting pushed on by another team.
That was a send on half onto Obley, but he's able to defend it with the DBS. Got himself the M4, instantly going for the first aid.
Oh, he has time for it.
Yeah, he has time. The Molotov, though, is good. Oh, that Molotov, yeah. I think he's stuck. He's not burning.
He's safe. He's safe.
Oh, not for too long. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, he had to hold the DBS there, I think. But good job. I can't believe he was safe from the Molotov, though. That's nuts.
Okay, showing the map feed, guys. Make your prediction. Who do you think is going to be winning this game? You still have 10 teams alive in this one. Well, solo for Dagestan. Maybe don't pick him. Otherwise, the rest is definitely fair game. We have a few more seconds before we go back to the game, because a fight's going to happen between 721 and VP. And we're going back now. And as I show that, that's a squad wipe. They're done.
Aragon from the behind there. Spidey will take down one. Aggressor will hit the deck, though. That's from Slonic from Brute Force. Yeah, they're going to struggle to get him up. I actually don't even think they can really get him up here. And they have a player on the outside that might be able to rock up towards him, but getting into the warehouse now is difficult. They're right on the cusp of the circle itself. Vehicles are shot to bits. And look at it. The util's terrible. Everything's broken on the side of 721. Regardless, I think they're still quite happy. 4 elims and then potentially a high placing here. would be super beneficial for them, as well as VP having only one player left in Aragon.
It's 7-2, and they're going to have to start leapfrogging from building to building here. They're even getting spotted out by Bad Boy. Oh, he's got the burst. He's got the 2-bullet burst, which is so broken in the ASM Abacam. You got so little recoil blank between the 2 bullets when you put in burst mode. You can get double headshots and one-tap people. Instant knock. So didn't do it there, but still he was using it at, I would say, the perfect range, and you saw that if you hit that, that would have been an instant knock into a flush, I think.
Yeah, some nasty damage. Good job from Arcred. They just wrap up over towards that north side. They put a lot of pressure over towards T721. Now they're scared of them. And instantly after that, they wrap back down towards the south and try and put pressure here as well. So they're controlling the map, at least on the southwest from Mini Milta.
Yeah. Looking at the chat real quick, seems like we do have quite a few predictions on Regicide and Arcred too, which is fair. But I think Regicide is definitely going to be the one with their position where they're not directly involved in these skirmishes inside of Milta Power, so they should have a really good advantage. But next circle, that means you're going to have some teams starting to leave their buildings, pushing to one another. It's down to, do you still have smokes to make the transitions? Because Milta Power, every building is very spaced out from one another, so you need some utility to make the transition. If you have grenades and smokes too, to start also dealing damage and zoning the buildings your enemies are playing in, that will be even better. But utility is going to be key for this city finish in particular.
Smokes are like one of the biggest commodities you can have here, especially when rotating around like a lot of this damaged buildings. Do not pick brute force. Batman, do not do it. They will betray you.
Oh, the circle moves away. This is great for Regicide.
Yeah, I think Regicide have like so much space to work with. Goat could wrap. Actually, this is a bad time for us to be moving away from that position. Goat could wrap on that. I think he could have played further over towards that north side for a little bit longer as like an early warning system. Arcred rocking up over towards Halal Extron, and they just get wiped off the face of the earth. 8 limbs for Arcred now.
Yeah, not the easiest entry point either. Like, they had to start clearing. I think it was Alcadzia earlier. There had a few teams. I think it was maybe Nepex also. They had to clear from Mini Milta Power itself. So Arcred, the fact that not only they got 8 eliminations here, they still have the entire squad alive, and clearly now they're looting up resources. They're going to be fully stacked in terms of utility. I think they also got some decently healthy vests and helmets. Ammo should be looking good too, so they're looking nice. Unfortunately for 71, though, not looking too nice in this game as they're sent back to the lobby. End of the game, that nade is pinpoint accurate. And I8, again, surrounded by a lot of teams here, but currently it's working out, and they have 6 elims and maybe looking for double-digit elim game.
Cypher takes a big amount of damage off the back of that. 6 elims there, but yeah, Arcred could continue to sweep, actually. I don't know how Mongols grab this position, by the way, Max. I really don't. They have a player knocked. They're currently getting back up again, but Brute Force is sending it.
Yeah, just blinked and they were there. They did it while everyone is busy, I think. Oh, nice.
Really well played to Hopeless there. I think he has really been keeping the team together. There is a player down, so it's full 1v1 between him and Brute Force. Let's see who comes out on top. Oh, he runs straight into it.
No survivors. They're all gone. That's the nade of Iron, the nail in the coffin for Brute Force. No one survives on those silos. And now I8 again looking to just squad wipe over to the east versus Goat. Looking for what I think is the final player now. They do get Killer Joe with that confirm. And now we are down to the last 6 teams. We have Goat, Arcred, I8, Regicide, Dagestan, and VP, guys. If you want to put a new prediction in chat telling us who you think is going to get the win, please do so now before we get into the last circle. Then it's too late and it would be cheating. But Regicide starting to regroup from that 2-2 split. And I still like this 2-2 split because it stops I8 from leaving and trying to just wrap around. You need to keep control on I8 if you're Regicide, if you want to win this game. Otherwise, you're going to give control away. And chances are I8, with their current fragging power, they're looking so good this match, I think could very easily overwhelm Regicide in a full-on push.
Absolutely. I think with the fact that they're trying to hold our Arcred down towards the south side as well, but that is actually an Elim pickup that they found there over towards Casanova.
Good one, Taps.
That's very, very rough, ASA. So down to 3 players now. Regicide controlling. I think if ASIA were able to push this 2-man themselves, they could have taken a lot more control, but now going down to 3 players is really rough for them. Arcred at 4 players as well inside this lobby. Ooh, it's a nice ending. Nice 4v4 is really good to see.
I mean, I do agree. I8 should have to try and push this, but do they have a car? I think without a car, you don't make this rotate work out. Do they have a car? Like, do they have a car in working condition that can actually drive? That one, I'm not too sure. There were a lot of nades being thrown over there. Without a car, I think that's going to be mission impossible. You might just go be better off playing the building south of Milter Power, and I think that's going to be the next move. But Regicide going for the 3-1 split. Might be opening an opportunity for I8 here, but now they just want to make sure they solidify this position against Arcred, because Arcred, with the numbers in that position, they can easily close the gap with Regicide. Look at that, their nade range. This is going to be their main threat to the chicken dinner, I'd say.
Right. Gonna send some nades over the top here. They had to fully pull one player off from that ridge side of the northeast to back up this position. Little to no util to work with here. Senior with 38 bullets in the back of this Groza. This is rough.
Yeah, Groza's almost out of ammo. Things have slowed down significantly. They're all just waiting for phase 8 now at this point. I mean, Regicide, they're not all in circle. Only Senior's in circle currently next to that crate. So you're going to have to push in. And as we know, Arcred were in nade range. If they have one good nade, that could really turn the tides instantly.
I think the ISA is kind of just chilling. Yeah. They're chilling.
They're hearing shots, though. Like, we don't really have to get involved. We still have buildings down in circle. Why would we take a risk of getting taken out outside of top 3? And which I respect it. I think that's a really good approach. Just let them wound each other. And when you see the elimination feed light up, maybe that would be your golden opportunity to third party and get the win. Or Shifu can do it too. He's a solo. He's still there.
We know how deadly Shifu could be as a solo player too, so that's potential. This is drastically slowed down, but it's a nice nade from Bad Boy. Bad Boy has been so consistent this entire tournament. He is somewhere else. Rinsing Regicide. Another nade. Does it hit Roshan? It would have done if he hadn't moved.
But look at I8 in the background. They're slowly pushing in circle, taking more and more control. The nades, they're looking good. They're pushing him against the blue zone. Senior's out. Pinkman knocked. Just Roshan. A little bit too close for comfort here. The smokes will start to dissipate. No, they're going to get refreshed. Have another batch. But look at Crypto in the wings. He's taking the high ground position. He's getting information. And no one knows he's there yet because they're so busy and focused on Arcred. And Crypto, seeing their position's free. Huzaifa's going to join up with a buggy. This is looking like a potential I8 win at the end, as the nade is right on the money, and Regicide down to just Roshan with a DBS.
Yeah, Crypto just needs to pick up an immediate knock over on this side. Roshan's doing well with the DBS, does find Bad Boy in the process. Shifu's still in the game. Start to heal back up again as quickly as possible as ASA starts to come in, but the nades are flying over the top. They both get the first aids off.
Ooh, there you go. Just held onto their utility until the very bitter end here for I8. Exactly as you need to do it. Good smokes here, trying to buy some time. The thing is, you're putting a smoke like that. I8 just want to nade those smokes. They put a fake smoke around that crate, which is nice, but they still get some good damage onto Glory. I'm just scared someone's going to slip down this cliff eventually. Blank, hopefully that's not going to happen. We saw that happen at one point, I think, a few days ago. But trying to bully Alien back with the Scar. And actually, they got a lot of extra ammo out of the crates of Regicide, so that's going to help them take this fight a bit more, but they did lose Ramses, so it's going to be a 4v3 situation, still heavily in favor of I8 currently. But Shifu's still there. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, he's chilling. Not doing too much. Really need to have 13 aliens for Arcred, though. What a nice game. Very, very good for them. The fact that ASI weren't able to get over the top there and find at least one knock over towards Arcred just means that the fight had to be slowed down so much. This is a nasty off angle for Bad Boy, as well as Shifu. Likely finding Huzaifa here.
Oh, no, he's going to be spotted. Way. He waited too long. That would have been massive. He does find him just in time. And now it's going to be the trades happening between the last two teams for the win. It's going to be I8 down to Huzaifa and Crypto. Iron Res could happen if he got smokes, but I don't think Arcred are going to allow it to happen here, Blank.
They're immediately on the top. This is now Crypto's time to shine. Huzaifa on that play there was so nice. The immediate swivel into the accurate shots. Crazy stuff.
There's a Mabacan. Gets a nice knock. Arcred down to Glory. Hardboy, they get everything they want. All the angles are secured, and Arcred will be able to snatch it away from the hands of Regicide and IA, even though they did have the advantage. And they will be their first chicken dinner of the day. Very well done. I'm looking at the player stats. Everyone is putting in the work here. Really even across the board. 3 elims, the 6 elims, 5 and 2. Damn, Arcred, one of the only few teams, just like 7-2 on last game, actually, Blank, not in mill to power, and actually winning a quote-unquote city finish.
Yeah, I think they had some great rotates overall to get over to where they wanted to go. Versus Regicide, when I was quite hold them out. I think Regicide had invested way too much ammo, way too much utility at that point of the game versus 4 Yonkos as well as Halal Extron. I don't think they had to do that as much. I think those two teams would have fizzled out on their own. But yeah, by the time that Arcred came around to knock in, it was just nothing left. But yeah, I do think ASI had to be a little bit quicker over towards that engagement. Like they were zigzagging over towards it as if they were going to be looking at them. But that fight is taking place. I think you just have to commit to finding 1 or 2 knocks there and then overwhelming. The fact that Huzaifa is able to pick up Shifu was quite an impressive moment. And Shifu just waits too long. He just had to go for it.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we didn't see I8. Like you said, they maybe just got a bit more passive at the end. I think if they take away Arcred's little dips on the rocky cliffs up there and they claim the high ground, I think they win the entire game. I feel like they got a bit scared because of the lack of information. They're like, we're just going to give that position away. That was the game-winning spot. And you saw the last 2 players of Arcred, they just start bleeding over the ridges, getting the angles, and they just overwhelm. I think that was the moment that I8 lost that game. But still, even though I8 sure don't get the win, I would say this is one of the most impressive games from I8 ever since their back-to-back win in day 1. They've shown signs of life again, which is nice.
Yeah, they have shown a little bit of extra bit of life. I think for ASI as well, like that game was decent. I mean, to come off the back of like pretty bad games, let's be honest, for a game like that and the previous game over on Miramar, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it all panned out. But for Arcred, wow, what a day from them so far. 16 elims on this one too. Really good stuff. I
want to see that elim. So I'm going to go back real quick. I want to see the POV of Huzaifa against Shifu. He's just like, wait, is that a player? It's like, wait a minute, that's weird. That shouldn't be there. Instantly fix it.
Super good swivel from him, honestly.
And then he just got the cleanups, ASM Abakan, M4s, Scar also, and they're able to get himself the win on this game. Very good. Very strong game from Pakistan as a region here, even though, again, Inner Circle we're not playing. And Glory will be your match MVP. Over 1,000 damage. I'm sure Kalaris would have a noise to make after seeing that.
That he would.
He would.
God damn. Yeah, very well played to Glory from Arcred. I think overall, Arcred just played that game by the books. Let's be honest. It was by the books. I don't think they really could have done much better from that one. I think their pushover to Regicide was slightly sloppy. But they still finished out, and ASI were just still not there in time. But I think I like the fact that they realized that we have to clean this fight up now.
Yes.
Like, we can't afford to be messing around. We just have to push over the top. And if ASI takes us down, fine, so be it.
Yeah, it's nice to see when a team is just like, we literally have no other option. We have to fully commit to the fight, and then they do so in flashy fashion. In a good
flashy fashion.
Flashy fashion.
Correct.
There you go. Actually, really good headshot ratio for Glory. Look at that. 33% of your shots are headshots there. That is quite big.
Check him phone. Check it right now.
There you go. Glory, of course, going to be top player of this game, followed by Slonic from Brute Force. Then you got Bad Boy, also another play from Arcred. Then Vict and Crypto up there. Again, Crypto is having a comeback. He's really stepping up in this season.
Yeah, he's been doing it. I don't think we've seen one of these top players without seeing Bad Boy on the list, just so you know.
That's true. He's always there.
I think he's been on this top player list all day. It's nuts. Yeah, Regicide didn't have any ammunition. They burned their utility. Absolutely they did.
Yep.
Just had nothing left.
And here we go on the match rankings. Arcred, 26 points on the board. And a few 1-pointers. Oh, that was very quick. We didn't look at that one quickly for very long. But here we go. New first place team is going to be Arcred. So, yes, CIS. Up there, man. Arcred, you got GOAT, you got Brute Force, and then the 3 Pakistani teams in a row. I8, Inner Circle, Regicide. But do keep in mind also, some teams are still having more games to play. So like GOAT have an extra game to play. We do have Inner Circle. Regicide still have an extra game to play. So actually GOAT being up there, despite being 1 game behind Arcred, Brute Force, I8, is an impressive achievement.
It is, yeah. I think that It's just there's quite a few CIS teams that have been very, very impressive so far. ASIA, again, we got to take the fact that it's around about, I think it's 37 points they've earned over day 2 and day 3. It's not a lot. Their day 1 was just crazy. But down towards our second page, the important one, T721 still maintain that gap, but only by 2 points now. The Mongols behind them by just 2 on 51. But Halal Extron, let's be honest, they've been doing fairly well here, Max.
Yeah, they've had a good time, able to give himself a few points, but unfortunately, they're still not out of this bottom 4. They're still struggling to make it out of that spot. And also, Halal Extron have 14 matches played compared to Nepex. They still have an extra one to play compared to Halal Extron. So Nepex, 3-1-3, the main threat, I would say, for Halal Extron currently, even for Mongols and 7-2-1.
Yeah,
I'd say the teams above them are pretty safe. Like I don't see Virtus Pro falling out in the bottom 4. It could happen. It would have to be an extreme case scenario for that to go down that way. And we still have 3 matches left to play today. So VP might just be the cutoff currently, and all the teams below still trying to fight for those last 2 spots really for the finals.
Absolutely. I think that there's just a small amount of stuff that needs to be done right now for a couple of teams, just fixing up some of their movements with their rotations. So some of our top bottom teams, they need to really look back on these games very hard, because we have a lot that are super close to the bubble at the moment.
Yeah, it's very close. So Jason won't be sleeping tonight. I sent him the meme, Pepper Paw, and he laughed at it. He laughed at it. That was he enjoyed that meme. Okay, so I'll go solo because Blank's got some business. he'll be right back, guys. If you have some questions, topics, feel free to tag me in the comments. But yeah, Jason's enjoying the meme. He's liking it. Don't worry. He had a fun time, Pepper, seeing that meme. But actually, some people are mentioning BMSD. BMSD's in their last game, right? Let me check it. BMSD 2025. What is currently the top 3? I'm taking a look right now. I'm not going to show on screen. I don't want to show Wikipedia right now. But top 3 currently, I don't think it's fully up to date, but it says Team Soul, K9, Orangutan, followed up by True, Rippers, God's Reign. Where's Godlike? Oh, Godlike win 13th place. And Godlike missing out on the International Cup. Could be happening. Jesus Christ. The game 17 is missing in the leaderboards. What rank is Godlike in, guys? An 8-bit. What's happening there? OG 145, K9 142. So OG is first again? It's OG K9 Soul? No way. That's hilarious. My prediction is still correct. Is it going to remain the case at the end? We'll see. And it's on Miramar, right? It's on Miramar, match 18. You don't have Smash, it's just regular. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I'll have to rewatch it after Mina and CSA watch party. OG in first now. Nice. Your prediction is crazy. Thank you, VJ. Yeah, I don't know how it worked out. That's very rare for me. That's a very rare W for me. And then we can, once we know who wins that, we can refocus fully on CSA too. It's interesting to see who's going to make it to PMGC from India. Godlike is in 13th right now. So they haven't moved since match 16. Ooh. And what's the point difference? 84. Oh, they would need a 15, 20 point game to make it. Guys, I think Godlike are done. Yep, still correct, Maxman. Yes, Miramar. Miramar? Okay, cool. Love you, Maxman. Hey, much love. Ong Kiao Tun. I hope I said that right. I have no idea if I said that correctly. But hello, much love, bro. How you doing? Can we get a list of top memes from CSA Watch Party till date? I remember trying double hard, drop, clash, banter. I mean, top memes? There's a few memes this season. Teams not looking at the circle and throwing a game when the circle would have gone their way. That was a good meme. Weird hot drops happening.
Access my skin.
Whoa, that's your skin. Wait.
That's my skin, dude.
That's the skin. Oh, I didn't. I've only seen the weapon. Oh, it's there.
There it is. That's my skin, dude.
You love that skin. Hey, PUBG Mobile, can we get some UC on Blank's account? Can we get him to pull for this skin?
Gotta pull that skin, guys.
The poor dinosaur.
That skin's also my skin.
Jeez.
Hair physics is what makes it.
Yeah. Oh, that dance. Okay. You can see Blank. He's looking at his screen. He's locked in. He's not budging. He wasn't even blinking. Godlike need at least 20 points to reach top 8. Yeah, they might be missing out. I think they'll be missing out. Now people know why I didn't pick them in my top 3. Is APG already qualified for PMGC? It's very likely, unless they have literally, Tejas, the worst final we've ever witnessed, and we have teams like Virtus Pro, Alcazia have a big finals. Then they could lose it. But otherwise, I think it's relatively safe. Well, Brank is back. We love Brank.
I mean, say his name.
Brank.
At least.
Yeah.
No, I mean the guy who wrote it.
Benjamin B. Hello, Benjamin B. What's up? Game should be starting pretty soon, by the way, guys. I'm looking at the feed. Should be live in just a few minutes worth of time. Halal Extron need to qualify. The next match needs a chicken dinner. I mean, I wouldn't say a chicken dinner, but they definitely need
Something.
some points, double digits at least, I would say. Yep. Okay, the game about to start in 19 seconds. Let's go on this.
And we're in.
Who's not playing this one? Let me check the groups, because now we're going to have the big boys back in. 313, APG, Inner Circle, and Hora are back to playing. I'm looking at the groups. And this is going to be match 9. No, this is going to be match 18, right? Match 18, meaning we're not going to be having Brute Force is group not playing. So we're not going to be having Brute Force, Halal Extron, Skyforce, and the Mongols. Not in this match.
Mongols are out. Damn.
Yeah.
So we don't get to see if they're actually going to make it. But fourth match of the day, and remember, guys, this is no longer playing 7 matches here. This is going to be 4 matches. Remember, 6 matches total.
Yes.
So one less match in. It's going to be a little bit of a quicker finish here. Max might actually be able to do all of Mina today.
I'll get 4 matches of Mina in. I got 3 yesterday. So
yeah.
I'll be able to watch more than half, which is nice.
I ain't jealous of that, though. So a lot of PUBG Mobile in one day.
The thing is, even after that, I had a break. I was chilling for a bit, and then I watched 4 games of PMSL Americas. I don't know why I did that. It's just like, my life is PUBG Mobile right now. It's all day, every day.
We're back to classic CSA playing paths, which are really cruel and right on the edge.
And we're going to get Crater Fields Circle.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Every team's going to have to go all the way towards the northwest side of the map. It's tough, definitely tough. We'll see where the circle pops. Right now, it's been interesting. We're kind of just looking at the bottom 4 teams. I don't want to say it's an uninteresting day today, but most teams we expected to qualify have qualified, and the teams that we expected to be in the bottom 4 are in the bottom 4, and there's not much variance.
Yeah, I mean, we saw just before this game blank, the leaderboards on the second page. I think there was 1 red arrow, otherwise no movement. Literally everyone in the exact same position for like 7 of the 8 teams on that second page. So yeah, you can tell teams are struggling at the bottom. It's quite unfortunate, but it's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yep.
All these guys.
Yeah, I think that it's getting more and more often that we're seeing just 4 teams being the standout losers, so to speak, in these types of lobbies, which it's sad to see. It really is. I don't enjoy watching those types of league stages where you've got 4 clear teams who are going to be in the bottom 4, as opposed to teams like pushing it. And I mean, it's also frustrating for me today because 313 Mongols 721 have really pushed the boat out as far as possible on the final day, as opposed to any of the other days where they could have done something.
Like now, if they would qualify, it would literally happen in the last game, I think. Well, their last game, depending if they're playing the last match or not. So we'll see how that works out for them. But they're definitely stretching it a bit too thinly in terms of their comeback opportunities. We'll see how it goes. Of course, still 3 more matches, 2 Miramars, 1 Erangel. Soul died. No. Okay, we're going to get, I think for this game, because it is the last game of BMSD, we're going to get a lot of live BMSD updates in chat. So guys, if you're focused on CSA, just expect it, which is cool. You know what? We have Wikipedia happening live in chat. We'll know what happens live.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think it was the last 2 games, right, for BMSD. I don't know if the Last game right now? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Right, his last game, chat, right?
Gauntlet qualified.
Yes.
Who qualified to the Gauntlet?
BMSD champs are qualified to Gauntlet, I believe, and all first team from BMIC is qualified to Gauntlet, and second place from BMIC is group stage. I believe that's how it goes. I might have to recheck it, but again, Gauntlet is just group stage on steroids. It's just you literally have no downside to playing the Gauntlet.
It's big.
Yeah.
OG and K9 are left playing. Okay, all right. Ooh. See who comes out on top. Who's playing on K9? Anyone I know?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wrote K9 on my Google page and it just showed me dogs.
Yeah.
which
That
makes sense. You know what? It's yeah. Let me check the roster.
K9 PUBGM.
See how
I've typed PUNGM, which is not correct.
I mean, I think you know Slug, Omega, Ninja Boy. Some of those. Definitely Ninja Boy.
Yeah, I recognize Ninja Boy. Omega, yeah. Slug, no. Arkland Beast.
Beast and
These
Arkland,
guys
I
got
don't.
normal.
Yeah.
These guys got normal names.
Wow.
What is this? It's actually crazy. There's no numbers in any of these names either.
Thank you.
Is India unironically just got the best names in PUBG Mobile?
I think they win. The PMGC
They do win.
name. We're going to have a new PMGC award, guys. Best name.
I mean, there is quite a few in CSA that make sense. But dude, do you remember the past where it was like Rude Boy 3x9, but it'd be like Rude Boy be RUD3B0Y?
Oh, no. That's horrible.
Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
When you have some players, sometimes they have a name that's clearly pronounced a certain way, and they're like, oh, actually, it's pronounced this way. It's like, that's not, like, you could have changed the way your name is written, and we would pronounce it that way.
Oh, yeah, it was a guy on Brute Force. And he was like, began with like a Y or something, but it was pronounced completely differently. Chudo. It was like YDO or CYDO. It was Chudo.
Yeah.
And that one upset me.
There was also, I think,
Sido.
there was a player during PMWC who was called Chang19, but it's written TR, and the 19 is put in Roman numerals. I'm like, I needed a cheat sheet for that one to know how that was pronounced.
It's not bad to have numbers and nicknames, Pepper. It's just a case of sometimes like the names are like so ridiculously convoluted. I personally think that if you're a pro player, you want your name to be like bold and in lights. Right? You don't want to throw a load of numbers in there, like X's at the end of it, because it's not memorable. You don't want double letters, etc. Like for instance, Arklin is a great name. That's a great name.
Yeah. Like, do you ever hear someone when you ask them, oh, who's your favorite player? And they're like, oh, I love 73XB John Big Boy 95. You know, they don't. They just say the shortened version. So the more recognizable it is, the best. Which is why actually I don't like the fact that we have 3 docs. You have Doc L, Doxy. It's like, just be your own thing. try and separate yourself from Doc.
Yeah.
Nepex though, going for the fight. And this is a fight actually that Nepex can't really afford to lose. Otherwise, I think they're going to be out of comeback opportunities. You need to have 2 more good games or just 1 big banger. This could be it, but you're taking your chances with an early game fight against literally the first place team in the leaderboards. And of course, you get naded by Ramses. Rex, this is not it.
Yeah, I think that Nepex might be done. And it was a good thing I didn't invest in Nepex stocks after all, because the stock is crashing. I think this might be a big game over for Nepex, sadly.
It does seem like they've given up a little bit. This fight shows me no real intent on like we're going to try and do a last-minute ditched effort comeback. Now looking for the final place, Precious, and he's just going to get chased down. And that's an easy 4 points for Arcred, so they'll just retain first place even longer in this leaderboards, and that's it. GG's.
Yeah. I think when you look at it as well, it's like, why would you even start taking shots at that distance? Towards Arcred, you want to get a little bit closer first and then start throwing nades. They just gave him so much time. Not even that bad compared to Elon Musk's son's name. Yeah, but yeah, I guess so.
That's a
I
cool
don't have
idea.
a butt for that. I don't have a butt for that.
Big northern shift here, moving away actually entirely from Los Leones. La Bandita is going to be in play, Graveyard 2. This is another one that we mentioned it quite a bit for Miramar. When you're away from these big POIs, it's down to terrain knowledge. Which compound can you use to its full advantage, etc. You can see Alcazia instantly have a game plan. These compounds, you have 2 compounds to the west of La Bandita. They're very strong because they're just surrounded by literal flat terrain, making it very hard to breach. Or at least you're spotted like a long time before you actually make it to the compound. So I like that Alcazia are just pulling the trigger very, very early on that.
Yeah, and you should do on a map like this. You absolutely should do.
Oh,
Even if it goes wrong, then at least you have a strong position. Good nade from Reefus.
is Reefus going to be MVP of group stage? Genuinely, I think he is.
I hope so. I've seen a lot of people saying that Reefus needs to be benched. I'm like, that's nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah. And I'm seeing some memes now being like, you think you're going to bench me and then you just stops popping off. Of course, I'm not describing the meme properly, but people are actually hyping up Reefus, which is great to see.
Yeah, you've made that sound terrible.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You need to see the image. I need to share.
You ruined that.
Sorry, I apologize. It was a good meme. Whoever made it on Instagram, good job. But I didn't represent it properly. He's definitely stepping up to the plate. There you go, though. Again, this building. We remember this building. Just a different team this time. It's not in a circle. It's going to be APG versus 7-2-1. Really good pump shot. The double is going to be connecting. Nat Ziol able to connect their 3rd elimination this match. And yeah, that's going to be an easy cleanup on aisle 7-2-1. Just for Aggressor now. He's in the molly and he goes out. And that's it. Ziol finds a 3-piece. And another team here, Blank, actually, that was towards the bottom is out. Like, the teams that literally can't afford to have a bad game are having the worst game imaginable at the worst time imaginable.
Yeah, 7-2-1 being out there is bad. Like, they had to keep up appearances. This was a good building to hold out in as well, but to be fair, Ziol with those pump shots were criminal behavior, right? That double pump at that distance to get the knock, you don't see that very often. So very well played to him.
I do like the sound of the pump. I wish it was played more. S12K, I don't like the sound. Pump sounds nice. It just sounds right.
I think the S12K silence is one of the nicest weapon sounds in the game.
Okay, that was a good counter. With the silencer, it does sound really nice, actually. I do like it.
But I do agree about the silencer. It's kind of naff.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. Okay, Roshan on the rocky terrain here. Hold on that position. Where is this actually? Virtus Pro. So this is north of Picado, east of Power Grid, south of San Martin, west of Graveyard. So you know exactly where it is now, on this cliffside. But Roshan, does he have a car to make this transition? I hope he does, because leaving that cliff is going to be tough without it, as Milky Way trying to make it out. So he's going to take that shot eventually. Roshan's looking for it. He does go for the spray, but because of the back seat of the buggy, Milky Way should be fine.
Yeah, he's okay. He's able to get out of there after all. Ain't too bad.
Oh, Leo's in chat.
Look, take shots. Leo's in chat.
He's hit a clip.
Damn it. There he is. Northwest side. Regis side currently in there. Just chilling. Canina Power also on that ridge. Canina Power don't need too much here. So, and VP also on that west side. Those are kind of the two teams we should be watching right now. It's nice to look at the other ones. I mean, I quite like to see Inner Circle not just go out really early here, because it has been a few times where we've been talking about other stuff, Max. Then we'll just look at Inner Circle and they're just dead. Yeah. And I don't even remember how it happened.
There's two things within the circles. Or you look away and they're gone, or you look away and they're in the best position in the circle. There's no in between.
So
it's true. It's what they do.
Oh, Inner Circle's down. Oh, Inner Circle is making the craziest rap ever.
And they win the game.
The other side of the map, and they win the game. Yeah. So true.
IQ is very hit or miss as IGL, but when he hits, he ain't missing. That was horrible. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, focus on this fight. T24 able to go for the res onto IQ, also secure the flush. So that's going to be their 2 elims currently. But otherwise, I'm going to show the map real quick, Blank, if you want to talk about positions of teams. But Dagestan, what's their game plan? Because they're going to be fully surrounded. You got Arc right next to them, Mad Balls. You got to the west I8. Maybe a southern wrap based on where the circle goes could be a good option, because otherwise they will have to fight to get into phase 4.
Yeah, I mean, for Dagestan, this is typically what they like to do, though, on Miramar, where they actually just try and push directly through. A lot of other teams, they're not afraid to do it either. I don't think it's maybe the best decision in the world. I think I'd rather them just make good rotates instead of trying to force the issue. But whatever. You gotta let him cook. You know.
Just don't let Shifu as a solo again, please. Just try and survive the late game. That's more than one player would be.
I
nice.
think Shifu was like hoping that another player would have come out, and then he could have got the double. But I think he was greedy, in my opinion.
That's the Shifu special. Like yeah. Oh, KP trying to leave. Got to be careful. You got some players ahead of you for Yonkos. OG died, really, Barat Gamer? Ooh. Keep us updated. Who wins? I'm curious. I want to know. Normally, I wouldn't ask you guys to tell us about BMSD, but because it's the last game, I kind of want to know also what happens there. Who's going to make it to PMGC for India? And the first time in... How many years has it been? It's been since PMGC season 1, 2? Was the one in Berlin.
So, can I need 5 elims to qualify for PMGC? Okay.
Ooh. 6.
Pretty tough, though.
Yeah.
Pretty tough.
Close one. There you go. Another fight happening here. It's going to be Inner Circle. Here you go, Pakistan. Taking a fight. They already got 3 limbs from earlier. And this time clashing with the big dogs as APG, Reefus, Doc being the one trying to res. Not be the one trying to be res by his teammates.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at VP in the back, though. They're actually trying to take that position away. That could be a really good third-party angle from Boston.
Turned a new page here for Doc. Yeah, I think for VP, if they're able to swing this, it could be really huge for them. Like you said, VP and KP. VP and KP both just need to get ahead of the pack a little bit towards the bottom here. And if they can, I think it's almost impossible for 7-2-1 and FX to catch up. Realistically, if KP and VP get to 70 points, roughly, it's sort of GG.
Dog just hit the most insane blind nade, and then he just able to dodge all those bullets and come in from Aragon from VP. Sorry, I had to jump in there, but that was... How is this man still alive? That was a crazy move.
It was a good nade. I saw it. Swinging over the top. I just didn't think it would hit.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, there's no way. And it did. If anyone's going to hit a wild nade like that, it is going to be Dog. Like, he is the nade man. VP, though, fully committing. I like this entry point from VP because otherwise you're just crashing into teams that are already in compounds, already strong dips. If you're able to wrestle this high ground position away from APG, not only do you gain a position in circle, you get a really good scouting ground to follow up off the back of that. But the thing is, you're not just fighting one team, not just 2, you're fighting 3 teams. You have Inner Circle, APG, and IA at the same time. So you're going to need a lot of resources to win this fight.
Oh, damn. Yes, OG wins. Thanks, guys, the update.
Let's
Huge.
go.
Maxman's right. We've got the head of the PMGC. That's big news. Very, very big news. I think a lot of people will be super happy with that result, honestly. I think it would have been cool for K9 to get in, like at the last moments, but I think a lot of people were supporting OG.
Oh, so what's the top 3 then? Is it like, is game over, or is it just we know like the rankings are locked in? Okay. Actually, you see this entire game. I'm going to show the map feed for a quick second just to not miss any fights here. IQ is still super far from his team. He is not getting involved, and I think it's good because he can't even regroup now. Regrouping would be taking a massive risk. So just hold that position. Maybe your team can rotate to you if the circle is on IQ and not on this high ground. Really good lineup for Malloy. And he's just going to bully Phallic and T24 back into hiding. They're going to have to heal up. And they can still push up here. I think that's going to be time for VP. They want to close that gap, use that damage done by Malloy, but Malloy gets knocked. It's really going to delay their assault on that high ground. I mean, Inner Circle were doing a great job at just keeping space around this position. They even pushed IA away. APG got eliminated. Now VP are struggling to push up. Inner Circle are doing so much work.
Nice from Phallic. Very, very close there for VP. I like that Phallic gets that amount of damage done and then still calls it quits. You know, you could have been much greedier there to try and get the elims on side and get the knocks, but the fact that he moves away from that shows like definite maturity as a player. Good shots.
As you said, like Phallic is just so respectful. He knows, because he knows how to nade really well. I think he knows when he's in the nade spot. Like, this is horrendous. I'll move back. Oh, tanking that one like an absolute champ. T24, well done. And there you go. Noki with the off angle gets the headshot. Head blown right off for Milky Way. And look at this off-angle Falak now. He's just fully surrounding them as a solo here, Blank. He's just stopping the entire regrouping strategy of VP. And they just can't push up this hill, it seems. They're really struggling.
Yeah, it was very smart from Falak. I mean, I think he realized the team was pushing really far over towards his team. The fact that they take out the anchor now, it does open up a lot of opportunities for Inner Circle. But these nades have been nasty coming through from VP. I can't believe T24 is still alive, by the way.
That's kind of wild. Good pick off here. T24 getting over that range. I8 going for third party. This is not a bad play. Double Pakistani team combo onto the 4-1 VP. They're really having a bad time here. The 8-man team is here to dominate versus a full squad of Virtus Pro. This one time, we are friends. We are allies against our common enemy.
Now. Yeah. The VPs. I mean, bad for VP, honestly, because they wanted a much higher placing game to be a bit safer. Currently in 15th place is a bit of a rocky area to be in, but I think right now they're somewhat pleased by the fact that 7-2-1 as well as Nepex are doing horrendously, by the way. We are now enemies again. Return the fire.
Return to Monkey right now. Go back to the lobby. It's done. Yeah, still, I still believe that was a very good game plan. I don't know what you think about it, Blank, for Virtus Pro. I think the idea was there, but just the response from Inner Circle alone, like APG struggled a bit in that one, but the response of Inner Circle was so, I would almost go to say flawless on that one. It just VP found no entry point. They found no weakness, no kink in the armor of Inner Circle, and they just couldn't make it in. And I8 just added on top of that.
Yeah, he was pretty nonchalant from Inner Circle. The way even Falak wrapped there, I mean, he wrapped back. They thought he was leaving to regroup the team. Wraps behind, finds the anchor, and then it's just a squeeze onto VP there forward. So yeah, I think overall VP was dancing to the tune of the Inner Circle that entire time. But down to 10 teams, 20-minute mark. Game's coming to a close fairly shortly.
I think we can make a prediction on Circle 6. Actually, as it pops Zerich, really good one. I think he was trying to get an angle onto Foopsman, and Zerich didn't show himself to gyro. Eugene, though, I think he's going to go out here. That rotate downhill, I think he's going to get spotted pretty much instantly. 40 seconds before the circles close up around these teams. And this entire northern compound is just not going to be in play anymore. So you need to start thinking of, okay, winning this fight. But even if you do win the fight, what's your next move? Because right now, people like Regicide, like Alcazia, they're all just eyeing out this position and just waiting to strike when you start leaving.
Yonko's very much in a tight spot now. Canadian Power looking to pick up as many points as possible on their exit. 3 so far, up to 70 points. I think roughly 70 should see you safe going into the finals, to be honest with you. Woke goes down. There's 4 Yonkos out at 70 points themselves. Canadian Power able to get a few more points off the back of that one, leading them up to 72, not including placement points. Alcazia has just got a crazy spot in the circle right now. That compound is just so good.
Yeah.
And around there is just horrible open area.
They got it circle 2, right, I believe. They just sent it because, again, the terrain knowledge was just there.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for prediction, chat. Tell us, who do you think is going to be getting this win so far? This has been an insane match for all of Pakistan. IA, Inner Circle, Regicide, 3-8, 2 limbs a pop. Looking really solid this match. But yeah, tell us, who do you think is going to be securing this 4th game of the day on Miramar? All the bottom teams are already out. Now it's just a chicken dinner to flex it, really, at this point. It's a bit unnecessary to get it because you're already qualified at the top. But it doesn't matter. Blank, who are you going for on this one? Alcazia?
I think it'd be hard not to go for Alcazia. But after that last time when we saw T721 crash to their compound, do I have much hope? No. So I think I'm going to go for Horror this game. See if I can put some good luck going their way.
I mean, there's only 2 compounds, and so far it's all Alcazia or Horror if you're going purely off the back of a compound position. Actually, no, wait, I also have a compound. I didn't even look that way.
Yeah.
I also had that position, crashed up by Arcred. If I8 win this without losing a player, I'm going I8 as my pick. There you go. Get himself that knock into a flush, confirm it, get your 4th one. That was a lot of shots, but at least you got it. Nicely confirmed. But yeah, I'm going to go I8 for this one. And chat, a lot of Inner Circles, 1 Horror, Alcazia. So, okay, so pretty much the teams we would expect to get picked off as Horror gets a nice headshot to Crypto, just to slow them down a little bit, maybe avoid them from third-partying their fight versus Arcred. And now They know we knocked a team to camp third party. This is our opportunity to take the fight before they fully revive and push it upon us. Horror, you need to full send it now. Don't give multiple 1v1s, please, as it almost happened. But Glory does miss that final shot.
Why are they always doing this? It's very frustrating. Honestly, they just need to push as a team. Sky goes extremely low. Hardboy is down at least. Now just one final player remaining here for Arcred. Glory's upstairs. No Fear's going to look for it. But again, we are still taking solos. Finally, we're just going to push in as a 3-man. ASI finally get that last player up, back into position. But you were so right. Horror had to make that one real quick.
Yeah, and look, I8 couldn't push it here, Blank. They weren't able to do it because that fight was quite quick for the side of Horus. A very good play. I was a bit scared the way they pushed it originally, Blank. They were just going like sending it one by one at first. Like, just if you want to go one by one, that's fine, but wait outside the building. And when you're fully regrouped, then you move in. And they kind of got impatient, I feel, in that fight versus Arcade. But luckily enough, they do regroup. Yeah. They do push it. 3 players up the stairs to get the final player, not taking any risk whatsoever. So I appreciate the way that one was played. But now down to the last 6 teams. And center of the circle, I'm going to show it for like a few seconds here. Completely barren. No one is there. Everyone wants to dodge it like the plague, which makes sense because if you go there now, I think you're just going to get completely battered by teams that have high ground, like Inner Circle, like Dagestan, like I8. So it's unplayable until later on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're going into a shredder, dude. It's a real shredder of an area of the map. You don't want to be going there. And the circle forces you to go there. Never mind. So you don't really have much choice. Alcazir have a good spot to work with because they still hold on to a portion of their compound. And even though it's only a small portion, it doesn't matter. They have cover. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, emergency cover flare. Please bring it. Bring it to Miramar. To actually make the middle of the map playable. Yes, that will make the map. You can terraform the map with grenades and stuff like we have on Rondo. I think that'll be a great addition on Miramar and Erangel. I hope they add it. Maybe next year. That'll be hype. Will be cool. Inner Circle. Are they stretching themselves too thinly here, Inner Circle? Should you maybe just focus your full attention on that high ground north and eliminate Alcazir and Eugene of Kunina Power? Because I think now they're taking a bit of a risk and taking too many fights at the same time. This might just be too much for them to deal with.
Yeah, I don't really know what these players they're going for. I mean, Inner Circle is sort of spread out. IQ as well as Noki currently taking some great off angles over towards Dagestan. I mean, Noki is just tearing this team apart right now like pulled pork. This is not easy.
It's not going to work out for them. Seeing all the OG in chat. We'll talk about it after, guys. Don't worry. Let's focus on the ending of this match. All these cars are getting absolutely demolished. Few players do survive and make it over to Shifu. I think Shifu is going to be enough to deal with them. And indeed, the third-party combo with Shifu is going to be the end of most of the I8 crew. And I think that actually that might just be the end of the line. They're down to just a solo. It's going to be Crypto out in the compound, still not quite in Circle itself. And in a Circle, able to hold down the fort. Still, that split I thought were making them weak, but they're not even fighting anyone directly, so it's working out great for them. They're keeping the players alive. And how is Shifu still alive? I don't know. Why is he still there? He's still alive.
That was an insane push from Horror at ASIA, and Shifu is the lone survivor. Throws himself in a trunk of one of the vehicles and just cries silently, hoping it's all going to end fairly soon. On the outside, that is nuts. I mean, fair enough. He did play a little bit of a secret agent move there, tucking himself into the underbelly of a buggy. But yeah, Inner Circle guesses, you were on top there with this one.
Oh, they're locked in on that shed. Shifu, you're not getting in this circle. I'm sorry, man. I think that's GG. And it gets to a car. But I don't think there's a single functional car here, Blank. I'm looking at, they're all smoking. Completely destroyed, maybe missing wheels.
He's crawling out and he's not even looking at him. What was that?
He's just sliding.
It's just, what was that? He's like belly floppy across the ground.
It's a new emote.
I like it. Worked well. You can't get me. All right, we'll see.
What?
And he's back out again.
Oh,
he's playing him for a fool.
You can repair a car with that.
Oh, so you got the little the repair kit.
The welding gun. Still a learning curve. If he's got an extra wheel in his backpack, which I don't think he would, but you can maybe replace a tire, just fully fix up a car from nothing and make it out. That'll be funny, but I think
Engineer Shifu on the case.
Oh, if he can make it out with he's welding. He be welding. That's going to cost you
up over there.
That's £2,000.
Imagine if he comes out with BRDM.
I fully healed up this this hovercraft.
I assembled these 3 buggies into one mega buggy. I said,
roll out, Shifu. I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's done. Unfortunately, we've been memeing on him too much. He had enough. Now it's the 4v3 remaining. 3 players of Akadzia. Full squad here of Inner Circle. 15 elimination match here. Could be looking for a 28-point match if they get every elim plus the win. And so far with that position is looking very likely to be so.
Yeah, it's a real big game from Inner Circle. Oh, an initial good shot. Noki, though, will turn face. Finds one there. Akadzia just about living. Neos, though, in the buggy, and it's just like that. Finishes up real quick. Inner Circle, 19 elimination game. Absolutely wonderful to see.
That final fight was not even a fight for me, Blank. That was just so one-sided. The Inner Circle had no trouble securing himself that game. 5 eliminations for Noki. IQ gets 2. Valor gets 5 on his lonesome 2. And T24 is going to get himself 6 eliminations. We know who the MVP of the game is going to be. That's quite obvious this time around. But again, like Inner Circle, we said it, right? Is all they go for these weird rotations, you blink, they're gone. Or this team just turns it up to 11. Best position. Yep. Holding off the edge of the circle against multiple teams at once. Like they were dealing with APG, Virtus Pro, i8 on that southern western position on the high ground, and yet they survive, don't lose a single player, and get one of the highest elimination chicken dinners we've seen this entire tournament so far. Inner Circle, when they're locked in, literally, this team could win a PMGC. Like, genuinely, that is top tier stuff on the global stage you would expect to see.
Yeah, they did so good. I was really, really impressed by what I was seeing. But yeah, it is a case that Inner Circle definitely is an all or nothing team right now. That does need to change before the finals. But man, Max, I'm still fairly pleased how everything turned out for them there. I think that did show some caliber of success as well, because the fact they're able to, like you say, handle so many teams at once, that ain't easy.
It ain't easy. That was a very good execution until the very end. I think it was 18 eliminations. I don't know. We'll have to check exactly how many of them were secured by them. But I think they had, what was it, 15 before, 3 players remaining. So it should have been 18 if they got every single one of them. But here we go. Quick replays of this match. And we had a lot of great moments, except in the early game. Like, we lost so many of the teams that were towards that bottom 4 position. And now, what is it, 2 games remaining? Maybe you're not even going to play the 2 games based on which group you're in. Like, you are really lacking opportunities now to make that final comeback, to make in the top 16. And I think that who is in bottom 4 right now might just remain bottom 4 until the end of this group stage.
Yeah, again, it's just like we're not finding those moments that we need from those bottom 4 teams. And it's, I don't want to say they deserve to be there, but we just haven't seen enough. And teams that are a little bit further up are just bringing some of the firepower when they need it. It's very subtle differences between, 14th place down to 16th, but it is a difference that you can see.
Yeah. It's quite significant. I mean, we talked about it earlier in Apex. It felt like they kind of gave up, right? They're not even trying. They're just going for these fights. They're randomly out of nowhere, just trying to make something stick, but nothing is
There's
sticking.
Your boy.
Yeah, T24, the man himself.
Yeah, I think that T24 is kind of like a bit of it's an unfinished project. He's a cool project, but he is unfinished right now. I think T24 is like a very, very good up-and-coming player, and I want to see more out of him. Falak's like kind of the real deal right now, but I think T24 being underneath his wing and alongside veteran like IQ, he has a lot more potential in him. I'm very excited to see what his final form's like.
He's going to go full Super Saiyan, just like Ryzen back in the day. T24, Falak, Noki, Crypto, all from Pakistan, except for Zerich. He's a bit sus right there, the imposter in his top 5 players of the game. Very well done still for Zerich, getting 3 wins. I'm not joking. I think my phone has never vibrated this much in my entire life, Blank. This OG winning VMSD, my phone is dying. Guys, can we calm it down on Instagram, please? 18 innings, and it was 18 innings, a 28-point game happening for Inner Circle. Massive.
Yeah, gigantic.
28 to 12. the drop off is massive. It's huge.
Damn. There's some serious spamming in chat. Let's keep it clean, guys. Come on.
It's fine. Let's let them celebrate. You know what? For now, you have the break to celebrate, guys. Congrats, OG. Well played.
But yeah, I think celebration is fine. It's just spamming.
Oh,
crazy. Arc Red 127 points. Inner Circle 125 looks good. And ISIA 116. So 2 teams from Pakistan currently in the top 3. Lovely stuff. Goat did drop down a little bit. Again, Goat has like these really high highs and these very low lows. Very similar to the way ISIA are playing. It's kind of amusing that they're both on 2 chicken dinners and only 2 points away from one another. I think they're very similar teams, 2 different regions, which is crazy to see. Down towards the bottom, Mongols 17th, 51 points. They do have a couple more matches to play over T721. But if that last game where T721 wasn't able to get anything done at 53 points, it might be over.
I think it might be GG's for some of these guys. I mean, I think actually the chicken dinner tiebreaker is going to come into play, Blank. Like, this point threshold is so minuscule that you get a tiebreaker. Right now, the advantage would be given over to, currently, it would be Virtus Pro. It would be 7-2-1. It would be, they went too quick. I couldn't read their name in time. It was Halal Lake Strong. So that win, I think, will be coming to play eventually as we get deeper and deeper in this tournament. But it is getting intense at the bottom. But we're not seeing anything from those bottom squads. To be completely blunt, I think they've given up. I think the hope is gone. And I think our top 16 is kind of soft confirmed. Maybe one team does a last-ditched effort at the end to make it to the finals. Outside of that, most of the teams, they're locked in. They know they're playing the finals. They're already thinking of what's coming next.
Yeah, it's feeling a little bit dead. Definitely feeling a little bit dead.
But with that said, chat, again, you want to keep celebrating what happened in India? You may want to celebrate the Inner Circle chicken dinner. There was an absolute banger. You may also do that in the chat. But with that said, myself and Blank, we're going to head on over to a very short break. And when game number 5 is going to be underway, we'll be right back with some sick action to crown our top 16 teams that will be moving in the finals. See you in a bit. It is time. Guys, next Erangel, final Erangel, in fact, of the group stage is now underway. A lot of games played. A lot of great games, a lot of great chicken dinners, and a lot of disappointment at the bottom of the leaderboards. Can they initiate a comeback? It is going to be now or never for some of these squads, as some of these teams will be playing their final game of the group stage. It's me, Maxman. Blank will be back in a few minutes because these games start so bloody fast. We literally don't have time to take a full break. And that, I gotta say, respect to the production crew for that. The games are on cue, on time. Everything is going as smoothly as humanly possible. Aman Akbar says, Maxman, what do you think? Who will be number one? I kind of want to say Inner Circle, but I feel like people are going to come for me. But actually, no, maybe I can pick them because... Actually, I should have stayed like this. Blank is not here, so... because my prediction of BMSD was absolutely flawless. I cannot... Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen what the hell happened in BMSD? My prediction before the finals was in order: Orangutan, K9, Team Soul. And the top three at the end of the BMSD finals is Orangutan, K9, and then Team Soul. I cannot believe I was correct. That is a first. Is the curse broken? Maybe I can stop being called the Maisie of Timu. that would be a great achievement. Here we go. Would you have a hot drop though? 3-1-3 versus the side of I8. Gonna be looking for the fight. And Blank is back with his beverage of choice. And do you love coming back to seeing 3-1-3 hot dropping again and risking their chance of making a top 16?
No, I do not. I'm not gonna lie. Why are they doing this?
No idea. I don't know. I mean, it's working so far. They did pick off what was that, 2 eliminations for themselves already. So it's good for 3-1-3.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think you have to go as hard as possible in these finals 2 matches if you want to make it.
Yeah.
It's T721. I think this is their final match of the day, actually.
For which team?
T721.
T721. Let me check. T721. This is their final game. You're right. Yep, final game. Next game, they are not playing it. And same also for Kanina Power. This is also their last game. The other teams are all playing their remaining matches.
Yeah.
Maybe your
GG.
Maybe the
it might be GG.
Might be game over. Maybe your curse not working for you. I don't know. I need to work on a video about what the hell happened in BMSD because that is a first. I don't know what video I'm going to make. If you have any ideas, please tell me in the chat. Because I'm working on it tonight after the watch parties are over.
And by that, he means 1 a.m. because he's going to be doing PMSL MENA and then Americas too.
Guys, I'm actually going to be casting Americas and then I'm doing EU.
Yep.
Then I kicked out Blank.
Long day for Max.
I took a spot. No, it's going to be fun. Actually, generally, when I make my videos, I start working on my videos at 11 p.m. midnight, and I finish it by 3 or 4 a.m. And then I schedule it for the next day. I know it's a weird schedule. My sleep schedule is all over the place. It's how I do it.
What time are you waking up at? Like just before the show?
Like 11.
Fair enough. It works.
Yeah,
it works. It works.
And usually I message my girlfriend, "Oh, good morning." She's like, "I just finished work." I'm like, "Okay." She's really,
I don't think it is good morning.
yeah, it's like good afternoon, but it's my morning. So she got used to saying good morning at like 2 p.m. sometimes. She's like, "Good morning."
That's fair enough.
She adapts to my schedule. Yeah,
that's how it's got to be as a content creator.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked. I like to say, and Max is wicked.
Extremely. Max and Curse didn't work. Yeah, I know, Farquan. I know. Don't you sleep? Who are you, Max? I do not. Max Wayne? It's me.
Max Wayne?
Are you casting NA today? No, I'm joking. I'm not. But okay. Bottom 4. Any hopes? Desires, Blank? Or have we given up fully?
I think 3-1-3 coming off the top of like taking out 2 players from ASA. I hope they just give it their all.
Yeah.
I hope they go as hard as possible in this game. T721 need to have a big game in this one. They're down towards the south side around Prism. maybe they get something done off the back of this. I don't know. Eventually. But yeah, if they can do that, like I think T721 have had a good early day today because they actually didn't have a lot of points whatsoever. And they were able to really pump up their point scoring, especially from that Miramar was such a miraculous push from them. It almost makes me want to see them actually heading over towards the top 16. But also it'd be super big shame for Mongols to go out.
Yeah.
I think this is their second to last game.
I think you have to pick between T721 and Mongols. I don't think you're getting both. You're getting one of them. Actually, chat, which one would you like to see in the finals more, T721 or Mongols? Because as of right now, I have to agree with your point blank. I think that Miramar, we saw a glimmer of hope. They're like, oh, T721 could actually maybe do something in a best case scenario. Mongols, genuinely, haven't seen anything. Except for that hot drop that was just horrendous against Mad Balls in Rozhok. That's the only thing of note that I can really say about Mongols. So currently, I would say the bottom teams we have, the most undeserving, to make it to the finals. T721 could maybe do a little something, not be a feeder team. Because the other ones, sorry, they're feeder teams.
Yeah, a little bit feeder teams, 100%. Let's go through some of the questions. Advice someone wants to do a career in casting like you guys. I would say best way to start is just casting over VODs and then reaching out to production houses, looking for third-party tournaments and volunteering to do casting for them. And then work on your... I think one of the best ways is like watching actual sports commentators instead of esports commentators. I think you learn a lot of the basics off them, and then you kind of implement that, and then you figure out your own way from there. But a lot of it is luck, meeting the right people at the right time. But if you work hard enough, I'm convinced that anyone with talent and skill can do it.
Yeah. Actually, one thing I would recommend on top of that is if you have a setup that allows you to stream, you have so many scrims happening, or like tournaments that literally don't have a stream. Reach out to them, have a semi-decent working streaming setup, and stream and cast over that stream at the same time. And I'm telling you, you might not get a crap ton of viewers from the start. You know, it might grow a little bit over time. But there's definitely so many tournaments that there's more than enough space for you to do like tier 3 events, for sure. Yeah.
It's just one of those things. It takes a while. You really do have to be dedicated towards it, unfortunately. I think I was doing it for free for like 2 or 3 years, maybe 2 years, before I found some place where I could do it regularly. Do you think A7 is winning PMSL? I don't know. It depends how well they're doing currently. Oh, look.
They got some good. They got 2 wins yesterday. Oh, we're having another Eastern Circle on Lipovka here.
Yeah, I know.
These so angles are crazy. Lipovka potential finish. Wolves are doing great. Alpha 7 doing great. Yeah, they got 2 wins yesterday. And Guizhou and Obscure are actually doing really good for the team, which makes me very happy to see them perform as the new pickups.
Damn, this is super top heavy in terms of a lobby.
Oh. That's how America's usually goes, right?
Yeah. Yo, I think Wolves probably will win. Honestly, looking at this roster, I think Wolves will probably win. That's an insane roster.
Actually, would this be the first time an NA team ever wins an Americas-based tournament? Would this be the first? Because otherwise it's always been Brazil Latam, though. Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, but I wouldn't really classify Wolves as an NA team.
You know what? Actually, yeah, that's true. It's not. You know what? That's the perfect counter. Actually, you're right. You
got Coops. You got Coops. I love all the other players on that team,
but they're not NA.
But they're not NA. And,
Doran, my favorite NA player from Romania, is my favorite.
Dude, Doran is sick though.
He is.
Doran is sick. And there was one other question I saw as well. Your thoughts on Team Spirit disbanding? That's the other one I saw. Just sad, really. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm sad about it. I really hope that they find good teams to head over towards. We'll wait and see. I do think that for Team Spirit, it's going to be for the players on Team Spirit. They should find good homes. Each are individually very strong players, but I don't think they meshed very well overall.
Yeah. There's so many good players that just are teamless now. So I'm hoping going into the spring season of next year, they can just get picked off by big orgs or like new up-and-coming teams. Would be nice. But Mongols setting it right. Mongols are taking a big bet here. They're saying it's going to be a city finish. We're willing to crash early, bully out Halal Extron to claim these buildings. Thing is, if the circle moves away, leaving this is going to be hell for any team inside Lipovka. And the thing is, I would say there's actually a pretty low chance of it ending in Lipovka itself, Blank. It's very much on the edge. Of course, if it keeps centering up, it could go there. I would say to call this on phase 2, there's going to be a city finish is a wild decision.
Yeah, especially because Lipovka as well is like, it's tucked away. You don't really want to be playing down there unless you know it's finishing in Lipovka, because it's tough to play west off that. And
you're stuck now. Really, you're just stuck in there until you maybe squad wipe teams around you. Otherwise, he's just sending meds over. Whoa.
I mean, nothing else to do. Have some bandages.
Yeah. Heal up, homie. Circle shift. Here we go. And Lipovka's still in there, but it did shift over to the west a bit more. It's going to be centering up around like what Virtus Pro, Skyforce, Brute Force currently. Currently, only the edge teams, a few of them are in circles, such as 313, Kanina Power, Nepex, APG, but APG can easily move on to Doc's position. So we shouldn't lose anyone really this circle shift. I think we're safe. I think we're good.
I think most players are in a pretty safe spot. I think for Kanina Power and 313, they might clash, but is 313 just playing in the water right now?
I think is the map feed showing them a little bit off to the side. The mini map feed on the top right is showing people like 50 meters away from where they actually are. The map feed that we have is actually accurate.
So they are in the compounds. Okay.
Yes, they are. They are. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of spam in chat. Okay, guys. Again, congratulations to Orangutan for qualifying and all the teams that made it to BMIC. That's great. If you want to congratulate them, that's fine. Just don't spam. That's all we're asking for. Just don't spam the same message 20 times. Just once is enough, and we'll see it. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like, I think people want to actually chat one another, and again, it's the spamming does hurt interaction. But yeah, we'll see we'll definitely see all the messages, and we're both very very happy. OG were able to win, heading over towards PMGC, and they're a deserving team too. Yeah, just keep the chat clean.
Yes, Aru top tier IGL, literally. Actually, the rotates could be good enough. Oh, because Gauntlet, right? PMGC finals, maybe? Question mark? Okay, I'm just entertaining the thought now. I'm teasing chat with that one. They're going to say yes. Okay, here we go. Looking, I'm going to show the map feed again, just out of interest, seeing where everyone is. So Kanina Power, just putting that fight with 3-on-3 up to like, let's do this fight later. Not worth it doing it now. And everyone otherwise found position. So again, as I said, I think we are going to be keeping everyone alive in this phase. Though, stage 4... I think that's going to be we're starting to get to the breaking point where there's just not going to be enough POIs for all these 15 teams alive. Oh, chat was put in slow mode. Guys, you angered the wrath of the mods. You brought this upon yourself.
The mods aren't happy. Yeah, I honestly, I don't think we're going to lose that many teams. I think because
on phase 4?
I think this type of circle is not that bad. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we were going to head down south, in which case it wasn't going to be too terrible. Yeah, Mongols, though, get like some incredible luck, by the way. The fact that they remain in circle and it's going to force HLE out, as well as Dagestan, and they get to play this side of the compound, yeah, that's some huge luck for them.
Yeah, but Alad Extron, Dagestan, they're all going to be forced their way, right? So... that's going to be... They need to be ready to defend. You can't leave that spot. You need to put your foot down, say, okay, we're ready to defend in this position. We need to fight it. Knowing Mongols and what they've done in the past, though, Blank, do we think Mongols could realistically win this? I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Maybe versus HLE. Essentially, I mean, Hopeless is incredibly good. And thank you, Gunshot. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you, Gunshot. The man himself is here. But yeah, I mean, I would agree. Hopeless is like the only hope really for the team.
Yeah,
so
actually is
renamed to Hopeful right now. Oh, Sky able to find himself a sick headshot onto Zyolov APG. But that downhill slope from prison up in the northern side where the circle currently stands is not going to be fun. And Hora looking to regroup. Are they going to go and fully defend against APG's push? I think that's the game plan. Hora, if you want to play this game, cleaning up APG would be the right way to transition into phase 4.
Wonder if they can even get it done though. It's pretty awkward sidelines to go for, and there's a lot of different angles that you're working with. So already Senior's finding Sky from Hora. I think he's unresable too in that position. It'd be very hard to hit it. Canadian Power and it's VP and KP playing hand in hand towards the center of the circle. Two teams that really wanted to get ahead, to not allow teams to leapfrog over the top of them. T721 still going strong on that western side. APG's getting chopped. Yeah, they are right now. It's kind of a rough position to be in. I think they're trying to fly into the circle. It's not going terribly right now, though.
Not going too bad. Oh, they get one shed. Literally one nade, squad wipe. One Molotov maybe right there in the shed. It's going to get it. I think that's going to get the double. Possibly if it spreads, and it does spread, gets the knock onto Zyol. I think it might just get Doc too. Top able to clap right back with that M4. Actually doesn't find Doc, but Zyol does get flushed out with that Molotov, so that's going to be a nice pickup for them. Actually, this is creating a pretty decent third-party opportunity for maybe Hora if they still have a full team. They do. So I think Hora wants to fight, is committed to even more. I think that's when you just full send it. And not only do you just get all the eliminations, you get a big portion of your high ground for your lonesome. So Hora have a big play to play here if they want to in this fight.
I don't really know how they go about it though, because they've got two teams on their north as well as one team off towards their western side that have already been giving them trouble in Regicide. I think Regicide still has angles to work with. HLE and the Mongols finding Fearless. That was actually some incredible shots from Hitman. Instantaneous reaction speed. Now this is where it gets bad for the Mongols. Hopeless, topside with a nade, drops it down.
Whoa, what?
Wolf by Mad Cat. That is a ridiculous bouncer.
How did he do that? Did he put like an effect for it to like just slide back into the window? That was a crazy one. I think Mbappe does that when he's doing like a corner goal in football. Holy, okay, well that was a sick one. Nicely done. Now it's going to be Dagestan maybe looking for a third party in that fight. 313 also kind of encroaching up north on the Bovka itself, but now the fight's not going great. And Mongols, I think they're not only done in this game, I think that might just be GG's for the top 16 spot.
Yeah, that's GG. That is absolutely GG for the Mongols. I mean, holding that angle fully scoped in and then not waiting for the guy to come down the stairs there is some insane work. Again, I think there is way too much pressure on Hopeless's head there throughout this entire series. This just wasn't it. I hope Mongols don't pull out from PUBG Mobile though. I really don't.
We give up. Oh, that's a good flash. Push it. Get inside. No, it seems like they're not going to go for it just yet. There you go. Flash effect dissipates. Mad Cat, no. I mean, he's got